Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Albert Copter, NBC Nightly News. Thank you for tuning in. And well, I did such a better job earlier.
Oh my goodness, sir.
Totally fucked that up. Oh well. Hey, what's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the FU podcast. It is episode 204. Faux all day faux show. It's April 16th, the day after tax day. Hopefully everybody got your taxes in. Hopefully you're not having to pay. Hopefully, oh shit, Andy's looking around. Did you not pay, sir? Or did you not do your taxes?
I dragged my feet, and then I had identity theft over last weekend, so I had to cancel both my credit cards, and I just now got my debit card back, so I'm going to have to go get in there to H&R Block, get them shits filed, and probably pay a late fee.
Did you, by chance, find your wallet?
No.
During your cleaning spree?
Nope. It is definitely gone somewhere.
How the fuck did it?
But the thing is they used my credit card, which I still have. So it wasn't from my wallet being gone. Like, my credit card was in front of me as I was getting the text messages about my stuff being jacked. Yeah, dude, I told you the time zone it came from. It would either have to be in the middle of Atlantic or Greenland.
Wow.
And so it happened so quickly that I got the text about the debit, it was the debit first, and I'm texting back no, and as I'm texting back no, I didn't make that purchase. My credit card came through literally within 2 minutes. And so I called, and I was like, yeah, shit ain't me. They're like, okay, well, we got to freeze both your cards. And I was like, God, this is such a bad fucking time.
No, dude, that is the worst. I hate. And you used to be able to just go to the bank, and they give you a fucking card.
You can't do that anymore.
I know. Now you got to wait. And then you got to wait for the PIN on top of that, because a lot of times they don't give you the PIN.
I activated mine today. They transfer my PIN over with every card I've had.
Okay.
This has been an ongoing problem for Andy.
Well,
I will be getting a GPS tracker for my wallet.
Yes, you definitely should. Especially you got the Android, right?
Yeah.
The Android tracker is actually really good.
The shitty thing about it is, whatchamacallit, I have to go, first world problems. I'm bitching about something that people, it's a major luxury, but now I've got to go change all my subscriptions. I've got all my streaming services. I got to put the right card on them. I got to go to all my bills. I got to put the right card on all my bills for the house. I got to put it on for the car insurance, the house insurance. Every time you lose a fucking debit card, you have to go and redo fucking everything.
Yep.
And it sucks dick. Anyways, I don't recommend losing your debit cards, ladies and gentlemen.
No, highly don't recommend that.
Keys
are very frustration limited.
Yeah, it does frustrate me quite a bit. That's probably why we're sharing it.
Well, the worst is like with like NTTA, because it's tied to your debit card. So when you lose it, they start hitting you with a $25 admin fee for every single fucking toll that you run.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, there's nothing I can do. It's like if you guys, got off your ass and actually linked a bank account to it instead of a card that, is going to be replaced. Because I have the same problem, man. Like, I either wear my strip out too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Or
you stripping the strip.
I strip the strip.
Yeah, stripping the strip.
Because that was before, like the whole tap and pay type thing.
Yep. Well, okay, so yeah.
Yeah, so I need to start using my phone, because then I don't have to fucking even bust that. Because here's the problem. Every time, like, I have to give them my ID, and they, like, motherfuckers try to, like, hold it hostage. You ever notice that? Like, you give, like, the airlines or TSA, like, they're going to hold this motherfucker until you, like, I'm like, dude, can I have it back?
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, we're here now, it's like, I'm not running anywhere. It's like,
I had that happen the other day. I was looking at like cars and shit, right? And like I hand them my ID, and I'm like, can I have this back? Like, you gonna hold this hostage? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, like,
because I can't drive the car without it.
Like, look, bro, at this point, it's kind of creepy how long you're staring at my picture.
Right?
Like, what do you
like? Take a picture of the picture; it lasts longer.
No shit. Oh, April 15th, that shitty ass time of year where we get stolen from. Not that we don't get stolen from. Well, I say stolen because I got to pay in, but it's not that we don't get stolen from when the paycheck comes too as well.
What I don't understand. So get this, bro. So like, this is the first time I've ever done like the taxes by myself, like with no help whatsoever. I didn't even use YouTube or Google or anything like that. I was like, man, how fucking hard can this be, right? Not thinking, Devin, by the way, you have podcasts and you have DGE Media, and, like you have all these
Yeah.
other things that you gotta take in consideration. So anyway, long story
You
short,
could write a lot of this off.
oh, I did.
Okay.
Trust me, I did. Because I was like, there's verification. You can look on YouTube, Twitch, and everything else.
Yep.
Clearly, we're using this room.
That's a lesson to everybody out there. Use your assets around you.
So let me get into that. So it was, I was gonna have to owe. So let me backtrack a little bit. It said I needed to pay, or it deducted like almost $20,000 worth of taxes out of my paycheck, right? So I'm like going, well, shit. At least I should get half of that back, right?
Yeah.
So I started to do my taxes or whatever, and it's like, you owe like $4,000. I'm like, wait a minute, you just took 20, and now you're gonna take another 4,000 on top of that? I was like, have y'all lost your fucking mind?
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of fuzzy math do y'all use? Because it doesn't make any fucking so. To your point, I started going through the itemization, and I started itemizing like things that were bought, obviously, for the podcast, things that were bought for DG Media. Dude, talk about a clusterfuck of a nightmare having to go through every single.
That's why CPAs get fucking paid so much. Dude.
Oh, dude. And like, I thought I was just like, I'm going to muscle through this, right? So like, I started at 4 p.m. on, I think it was a Saturday, and I was done by Sunday at like, I think 9 or 10 a.m. Or something like that. I ended up just going back upstairs and going to bed and said, fuck this.
That's tough, bro. Yeah. No.
Hey,
man.
Donna, I had no idea you did taxes until like the last podcast. So yeah, had I known.
Shit.
Yeah, no, like literally.
Donna, I gotta. Can you?
Andy, there
Can
you
you
go.
help me file late? I mean, I would have filed yesterday had I had access to my debit and credit card, but I did not. And I just literally got it in the mail. I don't know if you missed that story, if you were here for that, but yeah, I desperately need some help to get filed ASAP, and I'm going to end up owing, and because I'm not claiming my kid this year. It's the ex-wife's year to claim him, so I need advice on anything that I can get.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if you could, I'd love to be a client.
Hell yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
And Donna, if you want to,
If not, I got to go down the street to H&R Block because I don't have a tax person anymore. So
yeah, well, my tax person was my dad, so I don't have one of those either. We'll have a dad, but not the tax person.
anyways, yeah.
Anyways,
Happy tax day. To those of y'all out there that do observe the holiday, 420 is just right around the corner. I believe it is on a Saturday this year.
yes, did you see Wyatt is hosting or doing some kind of event?
No, I did not see that.
It just popped up today. Actually, I think I saved the screenshot. Let's see if I can find it.
All you companies out there, don't be clever and try to pop a fucking drug test Monday morning.
Right.
It's just fucked up.
May 20th, Gas Pipe presents 6 to 11 p.m. 420 Puff. Elevate your night party with entertainment from, apparently Wyatt Perk's going to be there, our boy. And then Box Fan, which is a glass blowing. Music from Jazzway. I have no idea what that is. Apparently there's a psychedelic art expo featuring Heather Bond, full bar and food trucks, tons of gifts and giveaways. It's at the Wrigley Theater in Camp Bowie, Fort Worth.
The Ridgely Theater.
Wrigley Theater, yeah.
Oh man, not that I would go. I don't observe 420. Just anybody's watching right now. I may or
Yes.
may not. I may or may not be. But anyways, I don't. Do you? No, I have no opinions on that subject. But Ridgely's Theater, I do have opinions on. When I was dude, I raved. I went to 3 or 4 extremely badass raves at that theater.
Really?
Oh my god, like time of my life.
I
Raves.
think I went there once because I was gonna rent it out for one of the comedy tours. Remember when I did that comedy tour?
Yeah.
So that was one of the places we looked at. The Majestic, I think, which is over there by Red Jacket, where that area used to be. Dude, I haven't been down that area in like forever. I want to go drive there just to see what it looks like, if it even looks the same. So I bet you it's all changed.
Hey, yeah, I don't remember the last time I was down in that area. Dude, I don't even remember the last time I was down in West End.
Yeah, that too. I mean, I was because AT&T, but
I mean, well,
parts of it.
I've been down there in the last,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, probably sometime in the last 3 or 4 years, but it definitely hasn't been recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So happy tax day, happy 420 day, to relieve your stress from tax day.
Maybe that's why it's so close.
Yeah,
together.
maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. People say it's Hitler's birthday. I don't really care.
Hey, did you hear, like, there's a whole bunch of people that are, like, now they're saying, like, this is going to be the new holiday, tax day? Or, well, yesterday, I guess it was. Hooters was doing, like, half-off wings or some shit like that, and Krispy Kreme was doing some, like, free donuts or something. Like, a whole bunch of people were doing stuff for deep discounts for tax day.
So that's the reflection on the current state of society we're in at this point, because inflation is so big and so bad that Krispy Kreme said, man, look at what we just had to fucking pay. You know what? I'm feeling for people out there. Let's go ahead and give them some fucking diabetes.
Give them the beaties.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry to anybody that might be a diabetic listener, but you know what I mean? Like, now that it's a tax holiday, that just means shit's expensive, dude. That's what that means. Like, everybody must be paying in at this point. Like,
so speaking of expensive, this is a great segue. So remember I told you before the show, like, my car experience, right? So for those of you who don't know, I'm looking at a few different cars and stuff like that. So one of the cars I went to look at with Andy, that one we drove all the way out to East Jesus, Kennedale.
No, I thought it was Leander. Was Kennedale?
Kennedale, yeah.
Why did I think Leander?
I have no idea, but Kennedale's like where the raceway and shit was, which we didn't see any fucking raceway. But anyway, yeah, we saw this car out there, and it was like literally the dude didn't take any pictures of all the fucked up shit.
The bumpers were held on to the vehicle with wood screws.
Yes, legit wood, like not just like 10 of them, but like one on each corner. Like that's really
I mean, it wasn't a boatload of them. Which I respect the use of, not doing one at every corner, but the front bumper definitely had been been popped off. Back bumper had definitely been nailed. And rust on the vehicle too as well.
Yeah, and then not to mention, was there engine? Oh yes, so
pulled like 4 codes.
Yeah, it pulled 4 codes, and my dumbass left my scanner attached to the fucking car, and I was like, literally,
he left his dongle in another person's car. I like saying it.
I left my OBD too.
He left his dongle, his OBD dongle.
My old dirty bastard in the.
And what he's talking about, the reader. That's what it's called, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the dongle, just like for your mouse on your computer. The dongle. It just makes me happy when I say the word. It's the dongle.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend. They were doing a lightning sale a couple days ago because obviously I left mine in the fucking Prius, and we ended up bouncing out of there because once I saw the guy drive the car and I saw the smoke coming out the back, we were like, yeah, this car is going to have a lot more problems down the road. Not just the stuff that we can see with our eyes, but obviously like there's going to be some internal, and plus the codes and stuff that we're reading. So get this. So the one that I looked at today, similar color, but way better shape. Different package level though, which kind of was like a bummer. It was very, very base.
Oh well, that's a gas saver, bro.
Yeah, no. Trust me. I was like, I'll make it work. I will put speakers. I will put speakers in here.
If you were almost willing to deal with cosmetic on that one, you should be willing to deal with a lower.
All right. So here was the catalyst there, the straw that broke the camel's back. It was throwing a cylinder 2 misfire.
You went and look, dude. That's a spark plug.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what?
But it was also throwing. Oh, yeah. So when I was driving it, went to get on the highway. Then the water temperature light came on, which means basically the car's overheating. And I'm like going, I've literally started this car for 5 minutes.
Could be low coolant.
It could be
poorly maintained.
But the guy said he just replaced the water pump and he replaced the battery and replaced a whole bunch of stuff in it. And I'm like going,
did he do it or did he have it done?
He owns the.
How much was he selling it for?
It was like $4,200. It was cheap. And that's why I told him, I was like, look, I'll give you money and I'll just take it as is. And then I will do the work and do the stuff myself.
Yeah.
But then it goes like, I keep thinking about what Lindsay said. She's like, but do you really have the time? And I'm like,
oh, are you talking about that one we're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the one I saw today.
Oh, okay.
But they looked identical. I mean, obviously the one I saw today was way nicer shape and condition inside and out than the one we saw.
As long as it's not smoking.
Yeah.
Well, the coolant issue, it would be it. But you need to check the coolant and all that.
Yeah, but I did check the oil and stuff, and the oil was good on it. But anyway, so where I'm getting with this, because of you were talking about, what'd you say earlier? Something about deception or some shit like that. Oh, prices going up.
Yeah,
inflation. That's what it was. It wasn't. Okay. So I looked at this car at a dealership that I, bought my Mercedes from. And I was like, I had a pretty decent experience. They brought the car to my office when I was in downtown Dallas, and I was able to basically get in the car, drive to their office, sign the paperwork, and then basically the car was mine. I got to drive back to my office or whatever. So it was kind of cool experience. They actually delivered the car to me. So that was new and unique. So I had a really good experience the last time. Well, this time I found a car that I was really interested in. And so I'm asking him, like, hey, what's the price on it? Because it's one of the few cars that didn't have a price on it. And so the guy's like, here, let me check. So he went and looked. Dude, they wanted $27,000 for a 2-year-old fucking Corolla, hybrid Corolla, right?
Yeah.
So just FYI, the hybrid Corolla gets 55 miles, 52, 55 miles a gallon. And it's got all the bells and whistles. So it's actually kind of better than the Prius as far as that standpoint.
Yeah. I've seen them shits, man.
So get crazy. This. So I start scrolling through the pictures, and they have the original sticker price of when whoever bought the car originally bought it. $23,000. They jacked the fucking price to $27,000 used. I told them, I logged into Toyota.com. I type in exactly the same thing, brand fucking new, literally custom, and I'm like, with buyer incentives, it's $23,000. I go, yours is still overpriced.
Yep.
I go, explain to this. Make it make sense. Make it make sense how a used car and how you're selling it over the sticker.
So, it's okay. So I've been shopping in the used car market.
I know. That's why I was like, you can relate to this because you've been doing it a lot longer than I have. I just recently started.
And plus, I'm also in the collision side of things too. So I am able to actually see trends physically on paper, and the trend on the used car side of things has gone up as far as price wise. I keep hearing how it's leveling out, but it's not. It's getting so to the point as far as being what they can charge for these things, that Honda in certain areas is opening up dealerships with certified Hondas 10 years or over 100,000 miles, and they're certifying these cars.
Wow.
And which Hondas and Acuras and Toyotas will drive till the fucking you can drive them shits past your grave, homie.
Bro, in all honesty, there should be some kind of program or something like that where it keeps, the cars that, are good environmentally, keep them on the road.
I agree.
I mean, look at me. I got a fucking 1984 fucking Quadzilla. It's certain things, are a dynasty. You will never find another one.
Quadzilla, but that's not really environmentally friendly.
I know, it's definitely not my
tear up the ground you ride on, and then you just keep fucking putting more exhaust out in the air. No,
no, it does have a spark arrestor, so it is, but it's still not that it does anything.
All I see is a spark plug with handcuffs on when you say that.
Yeah,
you're under arrest. But yeah, used car prices are absolutely insane. Is anybody out there listening? Has anybody else looked in the used car market right now? I mean, I can't afford a new car or a used car at this point, at least not the one that I want. It's pretty crazy. I found an Acura MDX A-Spec, all-wheel drive, completely blacked out, suede interior. I mean, this thing, one owner, no wrecks, clean history on the Carfax. You could literally eat off the interior of this vehicle. It's so clean, and they're asking $28,200 for it, $28,250, but it's got 91,000 miles on it.
God,
and I'm like, this car is so clean, but paying $28,000 for 91,000 miles is such a kick in the dick. It's not even funny,
bro. And then I'm to the point now, I'm seriously contemplating going electric. like because I have a charger at work and I have one I could obviously charge.
I can't even afford to use electric. I can't. What are you talking about? Like, they're insane too, bro.
No, I was actually looking at some of the prices of Teslas. They're like fucking cheap.
Yeah, but
Cheaper than most of the cars I was looking
I
at.
agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But knowing my luck, I don't know what it is about tech with me. But if I buy tech, I always seem to feel like I got the beta version, the beta test something.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be that dude that literally the battery takes a shit on, and they're not gonna warranty, and I'm gonna have to pay $25,000 for a fucking battery, and I'm gonna end up putting my Tesla off a cliff like those people on TikTok. Say, Elon, look at this. Like, what are you really proving there, homie?
Right.
But yeah, no, I don't, until I can trust the battery, I don't want to go down that road yet. I get an affordable one, and next thing you know, the shelf life on that battery lasts like 6 months, and I'm just fucked.
Well, that's kind of how I felt like. So when I was one of the first people to have a Prius, and it was funny because everybody thought I was like either a fucking engineer or some kind of scientist or some shit.
I just want to save gas.
I'm like, dude, I just don't want to spend all my fucking money on gas. Like, fuck that. I'd rather spend it on shit that I can enjoy, or at least put gas in the boat instead of my car.
That's the one. That's the one expense in my bank account that I don't want to look at because I will fucking probably shit my pants if I add it all up. You know, I'm driving between Thursday and Friday. I'm driving 200 miles back and forth to take Jackson to school, and I don't want to see what that fucking cost me in gas. I don't. I really don't care. And so to be able,
you driving your
the
Lincoln, right? Yeah. That's a 380,
and that's like 24 miles a gallon vehicle.
Yeah, 3.8 liter.
And I'm still, you know what I mean? Like I'm still getting no, mine's a 3.7.
Oh, yours 3.7?
Yeah.
Okay. Because GM, like, they were known for their 3.8. That was actually, remember my parents had that Pontiac Grand Prix GTP?
Yeah.
So it was the 3.8, but it had the supercharger.
GM always had a 3.8, and I think it was also the 3.8 was also in the Regal. It wasn't the fast version.
Yeah.
But there was one in the sport version. There was a 2-door Regal sport version that had the I don't think it was supercharged, but it was the bigger V6.
Oh, okay.
But I do know Ford has the 3.7, and then forget what they put in the Taurus.
I guess Ford Lincoln Mercury. Okay, yeah. So that's why it's a 3.7, not a 3.8. I was thinking it was, for some reason I was thinking it was.
But in the Taurus, they have a different motor, and it's not the 3.7. So I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's right, because they always did the weird numbers. Like, as I remember, like Mustangs and shit were like some. I mean, other than the obviously infamous 5.0.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they always had weird numbers compared to like Chevy and GM and stuff like that.
What's up, everybody? Hanging out in the audience. We're talking about used car prices. Anybody else out there shopping in the used car market and just shocked at what they're asking for vehicles right now? Feel free to chime in with your experience or say hello. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. New cars are insane, and used cars are just nuts. Like
well, the weird thing is like I said, like when I looked at the new car, the new off of the Toyota website, and I like, mind you, I got it completely custom the way I wanted it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it did like when it said like at the end where tax, title, license out the door, that whole shit, like there was like a huge discount. It was like $7,500 or something like that. It was. And I was like going, well, shit, this makes it cheaper than going and buying it at,
you
know what I mean?
That's
a used one.
That's the one thing I do know for a fact,
that
you can get a much better, you can get a much better deal as far as off the top on a new car if you negotiate right than you can on getting a used car. Because I've gone back and forth with a couple people, and they're only willing to come down like a few $100s, even though the prices dropped like $2,000 in the last month.
Yeah.
But when it comes to those used cars, they don't want to budge at all, and it also depends on what they bought it at auction.
That's exactly it. Because a lot of these people, they bought at auction for so damn high that they don't want to take a loss, but it's either that or you're stuck with inventory, and that's where a lot of these dealerships are right now.
Like 28.2 is a lot of money for a 91,000 vehicle.
I just can't wrap my fucking head around that, dude.
But the vehicle that I want, I definitely can't. Even with a deal, I still can't afford. I'm still gonna be if I got 8 off the top, I'd still probably be in 48, maybe.
What car is that?
51, the MDX.
Oh, okay, that's the A spec.
Yeah, even if I don't get if I get an which I want the all-wheel drive, but if I get the all-wheel drive, just normal model, which it's an Acura, so it's not really base, anyways. But if I get the normal model, just all-wheel drive and whatnot, the new ones are anywhere between, like, depending on what trim level, like 60 starts out like 62, I think, and goes up from there, and so.
Yeah, they proud of the Acuras.
Probably
know that they can run forever.
I can't afford 52 right now, man. I can't afford anything. Honestly, if I want to put money away at all or have anything left with, having a home mortgage, I got to be in the ballpark of 28 to 30, period.
Yeah. I mean, even then, you don't even want to be in that ballpark either.
I can deal with 28.
Well, I mean, with the interest rates and everything else, it's like 28 is the equivalent of like 40 a few years ago.
But I'd be dropping towards principal on a regular basis. I start my first few payments, but I start paying towards principal ASAP.
What do you do? Like pay 1.5 or what?
What, as far as
like payments?
Oh, payments. Yeah. So if the last car I just paid off as is,
right?
But if this time around, I would get it going. Probably make the first 2 payments, as is, and then I'd probably do 1.5 each time.
So that's what I did on the mortgage for a while. Like I was doing 1.5 because I was like, I want to pay this fucking house off sooner rather than later. So I'm like, one less bill I got to worry about, and then I can actually keep all my money.
Yeah, I'd like to do. So to lock in a better interest, I do the 72 month. Lock in the interest rate for the 72 month, but pay it off. And what is it, 64? Like I would just go ahead and like pay it off within like probably a 3 or 4 year time period rather than a 5 year.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good idea. I think I might do the same thing. So I'm like, now that I've looked at all these, cars for like $5,000 and below, like now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna bite the bullet, fucking take a loan, use that as a down payment. I even thought about buying a car, using that as a fucking trade in. Because there's some cars that I can get cheap that I know will trade in. They'll give me like basically double what I paid for it. In fact, one that I might be looking at tomorrow. What's up, Byrony? I would play your theme song, but you ain't gonna hear it. So
yeah, still haven't figured out the button thing.
Yeah,
but welcome to the show.
Welcome.
We were just talking about used car prices. It was one of the subjects on the docket this evening.
Hey, Byrony, didn't you used to have an Acura and then you traded that in or got a Mini Cooper or some shit? Let me hear your story because I know you've got car stories.
Mini Cooper, huh?
Yeah, so as soon as she told me she got rid of her Acura and got a Mini Cooper, I said, you went the fucking wrong direction. You got to do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Acura will last forever. The fucking Mini Coopers are pieces of shit.
I'm not going to lie. I do like them, but they're not like the old minis.
Dude, they're not reliable.
They're not like those old minis that you see in the movies. But I don't know. Once they started making them into station wagons and 4 doors, and like then they made this little coupe. Didn't they make a coupe? It looked like a Miata almost.
One of them looks like a coffin on wheels. Every time I see it, I'm like, it's a fucking coffin on wheels. I don't know.
There is one that looks
the Countryman or some shit.
That one looks like a hearse, but no, they've got one that looks like a Miata.
Do they really?
Yeah, dude. And when you say coffin, like you literally probably. But yeah, I did, and we ain't talking about that yet. So the Mini wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, I got pretty good memory though. I remember which cars you had.
Yes. So
a while back, she had all these issues.
What else did you do? Did you do anything interesting over the weekend?
What did I do? Oh, Sunday, fucking fought this jungle in the backyard. Fixed the pool that everybody was like, knows somebody that works on pools.
Know somebody that knows something about it.
The funny part is the parts like literally cost me like $18 to get it up and running.
$18 and they wanted $400 to fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you get a pool, guys, dude, you're not gonna want to do it when you're an old man or old woman, but DIY as much of it as you can. It's gonna save you in the long run.
Yeah, because pools are so fucking expensive.
Don't pee in the pool. Take that advice too. Yeah.
Well, then there's that. What are you over there reading?
So
I
yeah,
see you reading shit over there.
moms, if you're listening, it's time that you Kraft and Heinz. Apparently, their snack packs are found
Is that
filled
lead?
with a crap ton of metal. Yeah.
And did you hear about the school a while back that that's all they're gonna serve for lunches is Lunchables? I'm like, yeah, I see.
Well, they may not after this. Says Kraft Heinz is facing a class action suit, which claims that their Lunchables are basically a scrap yard for metals that end up in their mouths of every kids everywhere. In the docs obtained, Laura Laspisa accuses Kraft of misleading consumers with false advertising about their prepackaged meal kits. She claims they failed to mention the kits contain harmful levels of lead, cadmium, and
bro, you know what we should do?
I don't know how to pronounce the last one, but it looks like Pilates.
Bro, you know what we should do? We should take a metal detector that I got and fucking go over that.
Yeah, I got a bunch at the house. The kids they don't eat them anyways.
Is it really? Which one's
well-
their favorite? Don't tell me the pizza one, because that one, fucking honestly, that pizza sauce kind of tastes like metal.
Michael liked it for a while. He does like the nuggets one, which I don't understand that because I can't eat chicken nuggets cold. That just sounds disgusting to me.
Wait, it's chicken nuggets cold?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they're cooked, don't get me wrong.
well, I know, but it's still cold when you're
Yeah,
eating it.
it's not pleasant.
Oh,
But no, and then they have nachos and nacho cheese, which I don't know where the metals would come from in that. I get it maybe in the processed meat, but then again, it may be in all of them, maybe from their packing plant. Let's see.
what's up, Ashley? How you doing? What's going on?
According to the suit, a consumer report study revealed some troubling findings recently. And Laura claims until then, the company had convinced her she was buying a safe, nutritious snack. So yes, they may want to back off of Lunchables. We'll see how this ends up turning out. There's other people that have backed Lunchables apparently, but apparently they're no good. There is an update on the story. Spokesperson with Kraft Heinz tells TMZ, "We are aware of the complaint and strongly disagree with the allegations. Certain substances."
Of course they strongly disagree. What are they going to be like? Yep, we put that shit in there.
Oh, here we go.
We're like Frank's red sauce. We put that shit on everything.
Here comes the PC response from Kraft Heinz. Certain substances like lead occur in the environment and can be found at low levels in agricultural products, whether on grocery store shelves or in the produce section or grown in your backyard. You know what?
I'm sorry, but I don't have lead in my fucking backyard. Just saying.
Hey,
put that out there.
To any growers out there, test your pot plants, see if there's lead in them. I bet you there isn't. I can't believe they would have literally come out and say this in your backyard. Our products are safe for consumers, and we will vigorously defend our brand. Ooh, sounds like they might die on this hill. Cancel culture's coming for you, buttholes. Coming for your butthole. But yeah, we may want to step off until we find an actual verdict.
Yeah, that's fucked up. What's up, Molly? How you doing?
Molly's hanging out. Ashley, was there a party? What do you mean?
Oh, Ashley's trying to get me to throw a party this weekend.
Jesus.
I love how people like you want to come clean the house.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
Yeah, there's a lot. We just cleaned last weekend, and that was a chore.
Yeah, and I still got to like get all the stuff from storage unit and get that into. Bless you.
Thank you.
What's up? Doing good. Just kicking ass, taking names. Yesterday was a crazy day. Today was even crazier. So yesterday, I got wind, or actually I think it was Sunday. I got wind that Tesla was doing some major fuckery things, right? Like they're gonna lay off a bunch of people, yada yada yada. So first thing Monday hit, I was like, I'm fucking shorting Tesla stock. So I went into options trading, and I was like, I'll just throw like $300 in there and see what fucking happens. Ended up making $500 profit.
You see what's going on with them, right? With the trucks.
With the Cybertrucks, what, the Rust or what?
No, they're being accused of rushing them out too fast. They feel there's people coming after Elon saying that the production of these trucks, there's no way that they can be going through full safety tests and full reliability.
They've been saying they were going to release it for like 2 fucking years. How slow do they want it to go?
Well, that's just it. They're coming out at such an alarming rate, which just means he probably had product rate. I don't know. I don't know who's monitoring the assembly lines. I may not know what I'm talking about. So,
But the thing is it's all robots, right? So once you got the robots tuned and you worked out all the kinks, then yeah, it in theory can spit.
Kinky-
That's the whole
kinky robots.
what?
Kinky robots?
Not kinky robots. That's
my-
your other news
My
story.
bad.
That's your other news story. The one you were talking about AI.
Oh yeah.
God, did you forget already?
Yeah, no, that one's not kinky. That one's just stupid. But yes, we'll get to that.
It depends on what they're wearing, bro.
Fair enough. I don't know what AI will do with all that shit. That's kind of worries me. But yeah, no.
Yeah, so yesterday was a good day because I had that client that came in that wanted me to remove Peyton Manning from his picture, which was weird. I thought it was weird. Like, why would you want to remove a celebrity? Then I realized, oh, he wants to put it on a magazine. So it was like like when you upload a photo to like Facebook and stuff, how they compress the shit out of it, and it no longer looks like the original photo that you. It looks some kind of fucked up. So this is where the guy had the photo. It was literally 640 by 480, like, which is old school, fucking shitty resolution. So I had to upscale it and correct it and do all this shit. And then he wanted himself on top of a rooftop. And so I charged him like it was like $150 or something like that, and he ended up giving me $250. I was like,
okay.
So yesterday was a good day, dude.
Okay,
I made like over $1,000 in one day. So I was
cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that. I'm gonna try some of this shit.
All right, let's cheers that. So tonight we're shooting what's called Proper 12, which, if you don't know, is McGregor's Conor McGregor's brand of whiskey. This is
in honor of Conor McGregor because he fought last weekend.
Did he? Did he get knocked out?
Fuck, I don't even remember, dude. I remember leaving your. I don't even remember leaving your house, but I remember sitting in front of the TV watching UFC.
Oh, that's right. You were pretty, yeah.
And I don't even remember who.
Devin was making his old fashions again. But yes, this is Irish apple. So, gonna give it a shot here.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Knock it out.
Danny, new listeners, here you go.
That's whoa. So, you want to know what frustrates me?
Tell me all about it.
Well, there's one thing that frustrates me about as much as a man winning Miss Universe contest, and that's an AI-driven beauty pageant. Yes, this is actually coming, ladies and gentlemen. This frustrates the fuck out of me because this is dumber than shit. Artificial intelligence, first AI beauty pageant coming, cash prizes for best bot. Like, who are you giving the fucking cash to? Are you giving it to the computer? Is the robot gonna walk up and fucking accept the prize? Let's see here.
Yes, it will. It'll be like.
Let's read this shit. The first ever Miss AI will be crowned next month with the new beauty pageant for digitally generated models, offering up a cash prize for the hottest fake babe.
Wow.
Like,
all they have to do is scroll on Instagram.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what criteria?
There's a million of them.
Is AI judging itself? Are we judging AI?
We're judging AI, bro.
I don't. As the World AI Creator Awards, oh god, the org that's running this thing puts it, their org celebrates creators at the forefront of AI, and so the geniuses behind social media's best faux influencers are set to be rewarded in this competition. This is really just truly.
So where do I sign up for this pageant?
Yeah, because Ruby
Roundhouse
needs to be in there, right? They add the AI creator crowned Miss AI will receive a stunning $5,000 cash prize thanks to our awards partner.
What the hell's the AI bot gonna do with 5,000 cash?
And you know,
what's you gonna do? Make it rain?
It's whoever goes in and says, "Hey AI, do this. Hey AI, do that." You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're still creating something. This is like a weird science.
It's it's exactly like it's real life weird science.
On a grand scale, you know, because it's a pageant.
Could you imagine that all the fucking movies we used to watch, like they're all starting to come true? Even like the Jetsons and all like the weird shit.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Well-
Ready Player One. Like,
Oh
fucking-
yeah, Star
like
Trek.
Idiocracy. Like all of it's coming true.
Star Trek, dude. iPads literally they wear in like all the old Star Trek, like Next Generation in the 90s. They
Tablet.
were walking around with fucking tablets, dude. It TV does what's the I don't know the phrase. Never mind. But imitates life, or life imitates television. Second and third prize are equally impressive, each receiving thousands in PR support. The winner also will get $3,000 worth of looks like an education's mentorship. And I gotta say, this is just, where do you draw the line? How do you know what I mean? The competition is expected to receive thousands of submissions. I'm thinking there's going to be millions, honestly. And there's only one rule: the contestants must be 100% AI generated. Everything else is totally fair game, including multiple submissions. Are you kidding me? Like,
Okay, that's stupid. You can multiple.
yeah, this is. I don't know. These photos, they're pretty scary, but they're real. The update on this: actress and model Claudia Jordan joined TMZ Live today and ripped the AI beauty pageant. Said it's hard enough being a woman in this society, the way it is, and the scrutiny we already get now. Now we have AI hiring hiring the standard of beauty where they're just so perfect. Okay, I understand that. That's just like.
Says all the ladies that get their fucking lip fillers, their Botox, their fucking
But this is
plastic.
It's no different than in the 90s when
They're fucking hypocrites is what they are.
when
They're fucking hypocrites.
well, this is no different in the 90s than when they put skinny models on the covers of magazines and said to a generation of women, hey, this is what you have to look like.
You know what the fucked up part is?
You can only eat 1 grain of rice a year.
You know what the fucked up part is?
What?
But also maybe not fucked up at the same time.
What?
Is the fact that different strokes for different folks. Like
Mhm.
you can literally have your ideal woman.
You can't
Bloop.
have it though.
Yeah, you can.
You can look at it.
You can
can't have it.
design it and build it.
Okay, good for you.
And then when you say, hey, go in a corner.
I'm not
Go
trying
charge
to,
yourself.
I ain't build. No, I don't want. Yeah.
Hey,
and then
Hey, what if it's like a Tesla where you say open butthole and then charge port opens?
I'm gonna say
Just so y'all know, there's
I'm just gonna
a hack with the Tesla models. What is it, 3 and S or whatever? That if you say open butthole,
Oh no, it's any of them.
Is it all of them? Okay.
If you push the voice button and you literally say to
Open
your
butthole?
open butthole, it will open the charge port. That's why Elon's making the first fully autonomous sex dolls.
is he really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, that's Japan. You gotta go.
That was
Japan.
just
You gotta go. For
that was
Japan
too
for that.
easy of a joke though. You know what I
Right?
mean? Like open butthole. Okay, daddy. Like like
See, even Anthony knows. He's like, oh, so you want one of those Japanese girlfriend dolls?
but no, yes, you can create it, but the thing is like until it is a robot, no, you're not. But if you create it and this is your ideal woman, the thing is if you compare it to everyone you meet after that, it's never gonna live up to that standard. So you're making an impossible standard, unless you just want to go ahead and get weird science and just realize even she had to go at the end of that movie.
Yes.
But yeah, that's really what frustrates me. I think an AI pageant is absolutely freaking retarded.
You can't say that word, sir.
Disabled. Oh, my bad.
It's fucked off. There
Yes,
you
it
go.
really is. It's can I say fucktard? It's a fucktarded idea.
There you go. No, yeah, and I agree, completely. Now, would I own one? For fuck's sake, yes, I would, because then I can get the shit done that I want to get done. I just don't have the fucking time to do it, and that's one of the things. Lindsay said, Devin, when do you have the time? And that's one of the things I got to keep telling myself. I don't have the fucking time. I don't have the time to dick with shit. Don't have the time to make it what I want it to be. Is I don't have that time. Just buy it the first time, buy it right, and then I don't have to fuck with
What
it.
happens when that fucking bitch you create is you tell it to go to the corner and it finally realizes that it's smart enough not to fucking listen to you, and it ends up fucking turning on you because we're flawed as humanity, and she's running on AI.
And I'll be like, hey, there's a treat at the bottom of my pool. Go check it out. There's a super fast charger at the bottom of the pool. Go check it out.
I don't know, man. By the time you have a robot that's able to do this, they might survive in water, dude. Like,
right? They're like fucking treading water and shit.
mm-hmm. They may that may be like what, the UAV, or no? Was it you? What's the one that goes underwater? Little remote control one that goes underwater.
Submarine?
No, it's not a submarine. It's like it's the opposite of a UAV. It's not an aerial. It's like
Submersible
or something. But they
USV.
Yeah, USB or something. Oh man,
Your girl's got important questions. She says, Andy, why the fuck are the LED lights on in the bedroom?
That's scary. I don't know why.
You didn't turn them on?
You
didn't turn them on remotely?
Did they just turn on?
It's the ghost in the house.
Yeah, and I'm not on.
Did you get another haunted house?
I'm not on Wi-Fi on my phone either, so it's not like it's connecting over there.
Dang.
That's fucking.
Well, all you need is internet. You don't need to be on Wi-Fi. Like, I can connect at my work and control everything here. For the most part.
Did they just come on?
You'll never.
We must have a major delay tonight because the comments are coming in late, like late.
Yeah. She said the overhead lights are on rainbow mode. You have to set that on the app.
No, you don't. You just flip the switch on the wall enough times. I've done it before. You just go up and down, up and down. It goes from bright white LEDs to yellow LEDs, and then the fourth time you do it, it goes to switch.
Did you say your pool light doesn't work?
Yep. No, it does not work.
Okay, because back in the day, actually, the newer light bulbs, you do the same thing. You can actually you hit it once and it kind of goes through the colors. Then you hit it twice and it'll stay on whatever color you. So if you want red or whatever, you can just do it twice, and then it looks like you're swimming in a fucking pool of blood.
Yeah. Well, the I like our fan, but man, the lights. It doesn't matter if you got the yellow ones on or the white ones. It's fucking bright, dude.
Which fan is that? It's like a ceiling fan?
Yeah, it's a ceiling fan. It looks like I don't know how to describe it. Like a weird chandelier with a speaker in it. And
your fan has a speaker in it.
Yeah, but
in the bedroom.
But the problem is, the problem is it was advertised as Bluetooth. It's not your normal Bluetooth. Like you have to have the app set up.
It's one of those.
Yeah, you have to have the app.
You can't like link it to Alexa and say Alexa. Play
and when we got in the app, it's got is like Chinese fucking labeled songs and shit.
Oh, shit.
It's like you can't even read the fucking titles.
You know what's funny? You say that. Like I bought, like the smoke detectors and shit, smoke alarms and stuff in my house. So I was like, I got a hair up my ass one day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy ones that have speakers built in, that have Bluetooth, and they sync with Alexa. That way I can change the colors, and then I can play music. When I play it like throughout the house, it'll also play, because that's a perfect point, because it's right by everybody's ears, right? That's the whole point of a fucking smoke detector. Well, I buy 3 of them, right? 6 months later, they're fucking recalled. And I'm like going... And they're not cheap, dude. They're like $300 a piece. So I spent almost $1,000 on 3 fucking smoke detectors. Ugh. And then they're not obsolete. What are they? Discontinued. Like literally 3 to 6 months later. I'm like going. So now they're just sitting in a fucking box.
Yep. Lindsay, you said no. Yes. You flip the switch on and off enough time, it'll go to rainbow light. If you don't believe me, I'll come home and I'll show you how it works. Like. Only done it 1,000 times.
That's all?
Yeah. But whatchamacallit, it doesn't stay on a color. It just keeps cycling through them all.
Hold on, I gotta message this guy.
What are you messaging? We're in the middle of a show.
Oh, this guy wants to buy something, ironically, pool pump, which, oh, by the way, I have one. I do have one in my thing, but the problem is it's only 2 horsepower, and the one that's out there is 4 horsepower. So,
well, that's unfortunate. Hey,
but you know what? I sell this one, and then I can buy a new one.
Pool pump anyone? We got one. All right.
It's 2 horsepower. It's an extreme power US.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Pool Pumps Extraordinaire. Got on the block tonight. We have a 2 horsepower. I don't know what the brand is, but it moves some water.
Extreme power.
But anyways,
and it's made in USA, so it's got to be good. Man. Not that Chinese bullshit that's gonna fall apart in a week.
Not a lot going on this week, man.
Yeah, not much.
No, I'm trying to find some more stuff. Anything exciting going on out there in the world of the listeners?
So I found out today. Oh yeah. Let's hear listeners. Let's hear what's going on with you guys.
Are any of y'all,
how y'all been?
Are any of y'all frustrated?
Yeah, what are y'all frustrated
I know
about?
Lindsay, my girl's had a rough week, family stuff.
Oh yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Yep, unfortunately.
Tori, what is up? Long time no see, no speak, no comunicado.
Woo!
Tori, I find it hard to believe you got nothing going on.
Sorry, my bad. I just got a message I really find appealing.
Appealing? What was it, a banana?
Yes. That's my boy.
Dad joke.
Yep. Yeah, no, sorry, my fault. I got a text that sounded like a really good idea. Tori, is Tori a first time listener or has she been on before?
Tori, I believe if it's the same one, was in the studio. She was one that was she in the studio or did she call in? Anyway, long story short, she was preggers.
Was I here? I may not have been on.
You might not have been.
Okay.
I think she was in the studio. It was me and Patrick, and I think she was working at a convenience store. Hey, Tori. Yes. Okay, she was in the studio. My bad. Yeah, so give us a recap. How's everything going? Like, what's been going on? It's been a long time. We missed you. Okay, different Tori. My bad. See, when you have like 200 episodes and you get old as fuck like me.
Yeah, age seems.
As you see speech.
Age seems to be a factor. Yes, it does. I ain't shit. It ain't slowing down. That's for damn sure. Even don't let the shirt fool you. Like
it's actually they've done studies with this that they're saying that time actually is speeding up. And do you notice they want to set a moon standard time, right, on the fucking moon?
Yeah, I think for the first time in history, they wanted to take a minute off something or what? Or
yeah, something to do with our atomic.
Half a second or some shit. Like
our atomic clock needs to be adjusted, which I was like going, well, then how the fuck is the atomic clock wrong?
all that tells me is that
you know what it is? It's a hydrogen fucking collider shit. They fucking with a bow.
All that tells me is this isn't the first time it's happened. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, if you've never
remember December,
if you never looked at your calendar before,
here we go.
October is 8. So it's not the 10th month. If you and November for how do you say it? November. Yeah, yes, and so that's gonna be your number 9, and then December, or it starts with Deca is 10. That's 10. So we're missing truly 2 months out of the year, and even January, February, March, it all gets normal right up until September, and then it goes weird. So yeah, we are actually missing months. Those of you out there that don't know that, so the fact that they're changing the clock again doesn't surprise me. Like, I feel like they changed man changes stuff to fit their convenient story at the time.
Bro, it's been going throughout history. It's like they change the narrative to fit their fucking story. You know what I mean? It's like the more you study and the more you research, the more you find out you've been lied to your whole fucking life about every fucking thing, just about.
I mean,
like literally it comes to the point where you're like, what is the truth?
I've been lied to so much that I'm lying to myself
about being lied to.
Yes. So Tori said she had her birthday, asked what she was up to, right?
Yeah.
Limited drama, which I mean, we can all.
Hey, congratulations on that, because we've had our
life is good.
We've had a slew of drama lately.
And saw the eclipse, work, and Jewish calendar works adequately by the moon with 29 days in each month. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. It's
Which one means I get paid more?
Everything.
Whichever calendar means I get paid more, let's go by
It's
that.
all about them Christians, man. They them all fucking Catholics and Lutherans and shit.
Fucking shit up.
Even though I was baptized Catholic, but doesn't mean I'm practicing. I don't practice on altar boy. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, dig. Yeah, I saw the eclipse too. That was pretty awesome. I took my 600 millimeter lens out there. Had my solar filter on there. It just turned out pretty good. I almost was tempted to buy.
Devin can't be like, I had my really nice camera out there. He's like, I have a 600 millimeter lens, and it was like extended out.
It was like this big.
My camera. Yeah.
It was massive.
I was like, I felt like I could reach out and touch the moon.
I felt like the lens and the filter was already there.
Oh my god, it's so real.
No, I mean, because it's funny because I usually carry around my 300 millimeter, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, that lens is insane." I was like, "Yeah, that lens is baby compared to my other one."
Yes. So, word of advice, everybody: get a bigger lens.
Yes, go big or go home because everything is bigger in Texas. Oh yeah,
Easy killer.
all right.
Damn,
How you
son.
ladies doing tonight?
Yeah, you're wilding out over there.
She said, "That's what she said."
I mean,
The bigger the better.
this is Mr. Single over here, so he's
Yeah, whoop.
although he's been very
Let's hear it.
still for being single.
Still, what is that?
Like he's been non-eventful. He's home
Thanks.
a lot.
You're basically saying I'm boring.
Yeah, he's been chilling. He hasn't been like
I haven't done
he hasn't gone out and
shit.
about. But then again, if I was driving that fucking big ass truck with these gas prices, I'd
Oh
be
my
chilling at the
God.
house too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you need that Prius, man.
I need
a
something.
Prius.
Well, I'm debating. So I might go look at a. You're gonna hate me for this. Another Mercedes tomorrow.
Devin doesn't learn, but it's cool.
So this one's the SLK. It's the one that looks like the McLaren. It's literally the McLaren. So I don't know if you know this or not. McLaren did a partnership with Mercedes for several years before McLaren actually was big enough to branch off and have their own product. So they did a joint partnership with Mercedes and AMG. That's one of the reasons why I love AMGs and I love Mercedes and shit like that. Just because when you get in one and like it's the luxury, the craftsmanship. Now, the longevity and the dependability, that's a whole nother fucking story. But when you get in it, it rides like it's on rails. It drives like no other car. I've had M3s. I've had a lot of fancy fucking cars and shit like that. But it's just like, it's just not the same, man. It's just those Mercedes.
You need to get a gas saver, sir.
I know. I really
need
fucking motorcycle.
You-
I'm just kidding. Fucking bicycle.
I mean, I can't even argue with you on the motorcycle right now. So, because gas prices, but
dude,
yeah, dude,
prices are fucking $80 today to fill the fucking truck up.
you get a Mercedes and you're asking for it. Tori asked, "Are you missing a butt in a chair?"
Yeah, where's yours? Right here.
No, Tori, we're not missing a butt. There's been a mutual decision, and Patrick has chosen to step away from the show. Will he be back in the future? We do not know, but as far as right now, he is no longer part of the show. Does that mean he's not welcome once in a while or a guest? No, that does not mean that. He just is not involved as a host currently.
He's gonna focus on his personal stuff and things that he wants to see and fulfill and personal type stuff. So
I just you said fulfill. I can't help but laugh. Fulfill a lot. But no, sorry, that was just a joke. No, that's not a dig at Patrick. I can't.
oh, I went perverted when you said
I
that.
can't
Is
talk-
that where you were
Yeah,
going, or were you
that's
going
what
somewhere
I
else?
was-
Okay,
there's
I was like, how is that a bad thing?
That was a
Like,
dig at Patrick, but no, I can't talk shit unless he's here to talk shit back. So it's just not the same.
I know, man. Just you two bantering back and forth was like, I sat
Yeah,
back
it's part of the
laughing,
show, man.
laughing my
Yeah.
ass off.
Good stuff, man. It was good content. His PSAs, I'm not gonna lie, those were.
Oh man, too bad it was only like you only did it like twice.
I know. I got a feeling it's because they cost money, and I'm not gonna lie. If I had to keep spending money on that would be tough for me to keep doing too as well.
Yeah.
But no, those were pretty solid. I ain't gonna lie. He picked up some pretty good jokes on those.
Yeah, he did.
I'm still, and I've said it 1,000 times. I'm still reeling from that fucking.
Oh, your car stereo
car
system
stereo
sucks.
It's my car stereo because my stereo fucking sucks. I think it's the best, but it really sucks. I was just like, God damn, that was cold. But no, it was good bits. I wish we could have done more of them. But yeah, but that's what happened with him. Thank you for kicking it and tuning in tonight. We appreciate it.
Definitely, I'm glad that we have all you guys listening in and tuning in. Looks like we got a pretty healthy list of people tuning in.
Lindsay said can't drive in the rain though. What, the Mercedes, or I don't. What were we talking about? Is it your truck? You shouldn't drive in the rain.
I don't know, because the truck drives really good in rain and snow. It was like that's actually the vehicle I take out when there's snow and shit like that, because it ironically
because it pulls tubes. So
well. Tubes. Oh, she says motorcycle. Yeah.
Oh,
no, actually, I think Andy, you and I were talking about the slingshot, right? And then we were talking about like, yeah, rain, and I'm like, yeah, I've ridden or driven a motorcycle in the rain, and it fucking feels like needles. I don't know if anybody's ever ridden in the rain on a motorcycle. It fucking sucks. It literally does. Dude.
Falling rain combined with the speed of your bike. Yeah.
It's like literally hitting you like little bullets, man. Like literally, you feel like you're getting pelted with BBs. That's how it kind of feels. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, that does.
Into the face and the eyes. Yeah, it's not fun.
Well,
don't get it twisted.
Unless it's a joint. I mean, no, don't do that either. Do not do that.
Only on 420.
No, don't do that. I will not condone that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, man. Yes, so is anybody observing 420 weekend? Don't be shy. I see a bunch of y'all hanging out with us. Is anybody going to be observing this weekend? Feel free to give a shout out. You don't have to incriminate yourself. Just be like, hi. And we'll take that as a yes. No, but is anybody doing anything this weekend? They're going out. What y'all doing? What are the plans for 420 weekend? I mean, it's on a freaking Saturday, so you don't have to worry about work.
Oh shit, that is this weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what we need to do? Andy.
Oh yeah, what's up?
We need to go get you, me, and Sean. Hop on my boat. Have Sean basically summarize the boat,
and
then we look at this fucking stereo shit, and then we go somewhere on an island, then we go celebrate.
You want to do all this in the
weekend,
bro?
What?
We ain't getting that boat out.
Why not?
That stereo shit's gonna.
It's literally one fucking wire, bro. All we gotta do is hook it up. Be like, oh, problem solved.
I wish it was one wire.
Oh my god, you don't even know. You haven't even looked at it, fucker.
A rat's nest in that motherfucker. I haven't.
Oh, you're not even talking about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where the battery is. There's literally 2 fucking wires. That's it.
Talking about it goes to the amps.
Yeah, it goes to the amps, and I think it goes to the depth finder and a couple other things. I think it's the ground. Or
all right. Well,
I don't know if it's the ground because we need to follow the motherfucker, figure out where it goes.
Foodie Land is this weekend. A coincidence? It's 2020 or 420 weekend.
Oh, when does that start?
That starts, I think, 10 or 2. I don't remember. It ends at 10 p.m. Now Saturday, they're still calling for rain on Saturday. It looks like 85%.
Man, we've had so much fucking rain this year. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's great for the lakes.
And it is pushed to 30% on Sunday, so Foodie Land may not happen in general.
Oh, shitty tip.
Oh, shit balls, man.
Let me see. Events. I love fucking with Lindsay. I was like, wait, when is it again?
Yes, for those of you who are listening, Foodie Land this weekend. Are forget where it's at. Look it up on
I know.
Facebook.
I'm trying to look it up right now. I'm like,
it is supposed to rain, but if the weather holds out, highly recommend. It's food trucks and food things and all kinds of food stuff and Asian cuisines and stuff, I think, too, as well. Also, May 18th, Tacos and Tequila is going on. That's an event you may want to check out. Lindsay and I are going. We ended up getting the VIP.
hey, can we hire an event coordinator to like finds all these events for us and lets us know, and then we kind of
I don't know.
yes or no?
Lindsay seems to find a lot of them, especially when it's like family events involving kids and shit.
Ah,
Yeah, she tags me. She's like, Lindsay's interested in this, and then she like tags me in the comments, and I'm like, I don't know.
like
don't feel-
oh, this is the one. It's in Fair Park. Let's see. I got it pulled up. Inspired by the famous open-air night markets of Asia, Foodie Land is a family-friendly outdoor food festival hosting 15-plus events each year with over 750,000 visitors. They feature over 170 vendors from across America and are thrilled to bring the multicultural marketplace all across California, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, and, of course, the best for last, Texas.
Lindsay said she told the girls to plan for Sunday, but babe, you have to work and it's a school night. What are we gonna do with that?
Plan for Sunday for what?
To go to Foodie Land.
Oh.
Because
Sunday is 1 to 10.
Because it's supposed to rain all day Saturday. It's an 85% chance right now. I was really hoping, because it's so far away, that those chances would change, but they have not. I was going to try and get her shift covered.
So on an unrelated note, does anybody know of a good Mercedes repair shop?
The problem is the opportunity that lies within that statement is he said a good Mercedes repair shop, and the problem is when you say a good Mercedes repair, good service is expensive service on a Mercedes, super expensive. Mm-hmm. Where is it? I don't know off the top of my head. You can. There is a big thing on Facebook about it, but if you look up Foodie Land, FOODIELAND, it'll have all the details. Ashley with the disses. She said you need to sell that clown car for fucking parts.
Fuck you very much.
Then you know what was crazy is people would probably pay top dollar for the parts off his fucking car, especially that goddamn exhaust he put on it.
Oh yeah,
but he's gonna sit on. Devin's gonna sit on that hill just like he does all the other hills. He's gonna sit on the Quadzilla hill. He's gonna sit on the fucking Mercedes hill. He's gonna sit on the lots of auctions hill.
No, that one. So I let my 300Z go, and I'm really I was really upset about it because now they're going for like 15. Oh. It's because I have Facebook open on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're going for 15 grand now. So I was really pissed off that I sold that car when I did because I could have obviously
I remember
quadrupled my fucking money. But at the same time, I'm going, but when am I ever going to get a chance to own another one? And now I'm going, fuck, I really love the design. I love the look.
Well, those cars were pretty dope.
Yeah, I loved and that one in particular, the exhaust. Everybody thought I had a V10. Everybody thought I had a big fucking motor in that thing. Because the exhaust, they did it right. It actually sounded. It did not sound like a V6 or inlines. No, yeah. V6, yeah. And so I literally had no bullshit, Andy. I had a fucking semi driver, big rig.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking open his door while we were in traffic. He goes, "What you got in there?" And I'm like, "Hey, you're way the fuck up here, and my little 300Z is way down here." And
you're
I'm like,
"It's the URMOM."
Your mom
3,000. Yeah, that would be my response because I'm a dick. But
no, I told him, I was like, no, dude, it's a V6. He's like, no way. And I was like, yeah, he goes, it's literally sound. He goes that sounds like a V8 or higher engine. He was like, and I was like,
because if you do it in the Lamborghinis, the V10s and the V12s, they don't sound like a V8. They sound they got a high rev limit. Yep. They're fucking redline at what 15,000 or 20,000. I don't remember.
No, it's gonna be probably 10 or 12,000.
Okay.
So my M3 redlined at stock. It redlined at 9. When I had the titanium valve stems and springs and stuff installed and all the shit that I had done, the motor work, I had 12,000 at that time. it was 12,000.
All those
Like,
titanium prosthetics.
at that time, it was 12,000. Like, if I would have had that shit work done now, it's probably like 30,000
Sherry says she's listening to us finally, but she's
from a bar.
She's at a bar.
Of course.
I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We all got our vices. Bars can be a definite vice for sure. Thank you for kicking it with us, Sherry. We do appreciate it. So yeah, Donna recommend fifth wheel, which is what you were talking about.
Fifth gear.
Oh,
I know what
oh,
you meant,
said fifth gear. She
meant fifth gear.
Oh, okay.
So I was tempted to go to fifth gear, and then I was asking Wade. I don't know if you remember Wade. I borrowed his trailer to take actually the 300Z. Going back to that story, I used his trailer to take my 300Z from here all the way to Tennessee to sell the car. And so I asked him. I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your trailer to take the Mercedes to fifth gear?" And he goes, "Oh, dude." I go, "What?" He goes, "I had a horrible experience at fifth gear." I go, what happened? He goes, "They forgot one of the seals on the engine." And he said, like, literally the car almost it just almost destroyed the entire car. So he had to end up taking it to a Porsche mechanic.
Yeah, and then they had to ream out the bunghole. Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, and they basically actually tried to go back to fifth gear and say, "Hey, like, look, like, you guys didn't put this fucking seal in, and now the engine's about to toast." And they basically were going to charge him again.
Oh, so they were reaming out the bunghole of his wallet. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There was some reaming going on in his wallet. So anyway, so he had to pay it twice because he had to pay the Porsche mechanic. And I'm sure he paid the Porsche mechanic way higher than what he paid fifth gear.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Lorenz Automotive. It's ironic that you said that. Remember Aaron Rudder? Aaron, my boy from way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I met him from Lorenz Automotive back when I had a BMW 318 Ti, little hatchback.
Where is Lorenz at?
Right off of Mill Street and on the corner there. Lorenz, and actually I did business with Lorenz before he passed away. Yeah, he passed away, but the shop's still in his name and stuff like that. And then Cross, Robert Cross, he was one
from Mill Street, and the Velvet Hammer was right near.
Yep. Velvet Hammer's right in that same plaza.
Velvet Hammer's no longer Velvet Hammer.
Oh, really?
And I don't think, and Lorenz Automotive is no longer Lorenz. Not that building, at least.
It probably isn't. So Robert Cross, who was, I think, Lorenz's.
So Jason died.
Yeah. The owner, yeah, Lorenz.
He did some work on my Toyota, my Tundra for me for free.
Oh, wow.
Yep, he changed the O2 sensors for me for free.
That's awesome. Yeah, so and then Robert Cross, who was like, I think the GM, like he was one of the head guys, basically ran Lorenz for him. He started his own shop. I know this is so weird that I know all this information. He started you remember where Shots was? Like further down 121 Mill Street, that area? He has a shop across.
Yes, I remember that shit.
Yeah, where we ran into each other for like the 14th time.
The shittiest bar I've ever fucking been to.
Dude, it was so funny because like she kept coming in all the time, and I'm like, this girl just kind of comes in and is just like quiet, talks like doesn't really on the phone a lot, blah blah, and she kept talking about her boyfriend. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? When the hell am I gonna ever meet him? And then you come walking in. I was like, this motherfucker.
There was no one before Lindsay.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. Yeah. There wasn't. But yeah, no. Scotty would wash all his cars for him because he did a lot of mechanical favors for Scotty and us. He never got a bill when he came up to the car wash by the bowling alley.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jason got all his vehicles washed for free because he helped a lot of us out.
No, I mean, like originally, I think I had, I want to say they did exhaust work. Yeah, they did exhaust work on the TI. And then I said, and it was a good deal. They quoted me a really good deal. And then I said, well, what about doing intake work? I was like, can you guys do some custom fabrication? And they were like, yeah. So they did the intake work. And dude, I never had a problem with that car. That car was that thing was bulletproof.
I just don't want to pay somebody to do the fabrication. Nowadays I wouldn't want to.
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't really a lot of fabrication. It wasn't like they had to cut anything or do anything. They just had to, make basically a downpipe. They had to put a one of those conical filters on it and that sort of shit. A race filter, basically get rid of the air box and all that shit. Basically make cold air intake.
Nowadays, you know how expensive that would be? They probably charge you $1,000 just for looking at it.
Oh, bro. Like, yeah, trust me. When I got the exhaust done on the Mercedes, yeah, it was not fucking cheap. I was going in there thinking, it's not going to be that bad. And then walked out of there going, how much did I spend?
Devin had been sexually violated that day.
I was.
And he didn't even realize it. Oh, boy. Man. Ooh-wee.
You're right over there.
Yeah, just munching on some grindage. So, I would say, hey, if you're hanging out with us tonight, say hello, but it's all good. Thank you for being here, just in general. We're talking about cars, used cars prices, kind of dabbling with inflation, considering used car prices.
But is it really inflation, or is it the matter of fact that, like, they've overpriced all these fucking vehicles, and now they're kind of screwed?
I think that's yes.
So, like, what happened was supply demand, right? There was a huge demand, so prices went up, and now the demand has fallen off because of interest rates, and because, Jay Powell, if you're fucking paying attention to this podcast, fucking fix it.
Yeah.
Fix those fucking interest rates.
Yeah. Listen up.
Listen up, Jay Powell.
Because I know we dictate policy up.
We do. We are the leaders of policy.
They all come straight to
in our minds.
Uh-huh. They come right here for the best ideas. That's why we're running for president.
The shizzle.
Boy, oh boy. I don't know, man.
But yeah, no, because of supply and demand, they jacked all the prices up. Like, literally, like, some of the markups that they were showing, like, on vehicles, new vehicles, was, like, astronomical.
Philip Cornett
said, I just bought a 89 Jeep Cherokee off-road style. 89, has that got an inline 6?
Yeah, that's the inline 6, is it not?
I think it is, straight 6.
Which, be careful. Those are notorious for lifter issues. Just be careful. That inline 6 is not all the time. If they're maintained well, just watch out for it.
I feel like every vehicle, there's some kind of Achilles heel. Like, I don't feel like there's any vehicle that, like, literally, the more you study about any vehicle,
because you keep buying German vehicles.
Fuck you. Most of my cars are. Screw you. Most of my cars are Japanese. Some are European.
He owned a BMW and a Mercedes.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't own one anymore, and the other one doesn't drive anymore. Yet he hasn't learned and he's looking at another one. You know what the definition of insanity is, folks, right?
But I'm looking at a different German vehicle.
Not different than what's in your garage now.
Actually, no joke. Like, I've had 3 different BMWs, and honestly, like, yeah, obviously the M3, I fucking ragged that shit. Like, I drove that shit like it was stolen. On the regular, not just like periodically, like, no, all the time.
He was in a police chase, let me tell you. And that's not a joke.
Sliding under the radar.
Tori, you love your 22 Chevy Colorado. Those, I will give it to Chevy, bringing back the S10 type vehicle. Those are going to be a solid truck especially for resale.
Ooh, I want to see that.
If you look at the Ford Rangers, Colorado's actually been around for a little while, dude. I think 2016, 17.
Oh, so Philip, your Cherokee doesn't have an OBD2 sensor, which ironically we were talking about earlier. It's too bad you didn't tune in earlier. What was that, Andy?
Too old for them to diagnose.
Doesn't have OBD2.
To me, that just sounds like, I don't give a shit. That just sounds like there's too many inexperienced fucking mechanics at this point. If you can't fix a fucking old car and you can only fix a new car, what's wrong with this fucking picture?
Now, I will give Aaron the credit. I've seen him, like, literally rebuild a transmission, bro. And if you've ever seen a transmission in apart, I'm like going, what in the actual fuck is going on here?
It's worse than a fucking 1,000-piece Lego set Death Star.
Oh, bro, it is fucking terrible. I was like, how do you even know what does what to where to when and how? Like, Jesus.
Yes, Tori, I agree. If they're anything like the S10s used to be, I'm sure it is a great truck. Um,
Oh, dude,
they're
those
going to have
old-ass
their resale values. If anybody's noticed the old Ford Rangers, if you look those up and try to buy one, their value is astronomical. Like up until 2016, or was it 17? I don't remember. I had trouble. I'm in the collision industry, and if it come in with 150,000 miles, I could not total a Ford Ranger. Could not total it. Now, granted, if it had major damage and it couldn't be brought back to life, yes, it would be totaled at that point. But as far as value wise and threshold, I was writing on a 150,000 mile truck a $4,500 repair, and it's not even close to threshold. You're talking like at that point there is 25 to 30% of threshold.
That's so crazy because like
on like a 10 or 11-year-old truck.
So, truth be told, like whenever I partook in the street racing scene, we used to make fun of fucking Ford Rangers because they would show up and try to race, and I'm like going, and we'd be like, Ford Ranger.
He comes out.
Sorry, I had to.
Tori said that's good news. Yes, your Colorado is good. There's just as reliable as the old S10s and just like the Ford Rangers. Donna said, okay, I know gas prices suck, but I love my Dodge Ram Hemi. It will go through road blockage. What she means is those annoying ass fucking liberal protesters. I mean, that didn't come out of my. I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't say that. You mean like if like you got to off road when the exit ramp is blocked? Yeah, I get it. Totally understand. Philip, that's exactly what they said. A lot of new kids looking to become a mechanic only know what's wrong with the car because the things they hook up to the cat. Yep, tells them what's wrong. Absolutely, what they hook up to the car tells them. It walks them through it.
A good mechanic could literally taste the fucking antifreeze, taste the oil and shit like that, and be like, "Yep, this has got this has got that."
Yep.
Or they can look at it, or they can hear it. Like what I love is whenever I used to have mechanics, and they would take a screwdriver and put it to whatever thing that they thought was like
a stethoscope.
Yeah, like a stethoscope, and then they put their ear to it, and I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking genius.
You can hear
you can hear the metal and the grinding inside of it because
metal and ticking
and all sorts of shit. Like it definitely was a science back then. You know, it's funny, like along the same like threshold of what you're talking about, like nobody works on two-stroke motors at all, except for I found out those people down at the end of the block. They exclusively work on two-stroke.
Yeah, because look at their fucking
just FYI, so the other day I drove by and there was like fucking 8 people our age hanging out there. So I figure like next weekend when we have our little block party that we invite them, we say, hey, come on over to the block party. I'm almost like, should we put a next door thing? I'm like, no, because I don't want like riffraff coming up.
Don't forget, they might be in your house, so you may have to clean.
Ain't nobody coming to my fucking house.
Good.
I love when was it Allison was like, you know what? I've been to everybody's house, but I haven't been to yours. So I'm like, and then and
there's reason.
Your point is what exactly?
We don't know if it's a block party yet, Sherry. This is just Devin baking ideas out in public.
All right, so Sherry, just so you know, I have a 20 foot. We thought it was 14 foot. Then we realized that when I looked at the fucking invoice, it's a 20 foot screen.
The frame is 20 feet. I thought we ended up the screen itself is actually 14 feet though. Either way, it's fucking
it's
big.
Huge. It's fucking gigantic.
The movie theater in front of Devin.
Yes, it's literally a fuck. Like when I first blew it up, it almost took up my second fucking story of my house. That's how big this fucking thing is. Like it's ridiculous. So anyway, everybody in the neighborhood every weekend, like we just open up our garages and we literally walk from house to house. Like I feel like a fucking teenager. Like it's the craziest shit. Like house party after house party. And of course, I bring the Jello shots. And this last time, I had Everclear Jello shots and shit like that. It was a blast.
You got a Halloween?
Oh no, just recently when I had remember the Jello shots, and everybody's like, "Damn, the fact that these are actually Jello and still have Everclear in them." Like
when we went over to Sean's house.
Yeah, Sean's house. And then we also went to the Brazilian's house, and then we went. Yeah.
Oh, all that night because the Jello shots were recent.
Yeah, Jello shots were recent.
So, and those of you who don't know, we also have adult Halloween here,
Yes.
which this year Devin happened to have the World Series on, which
Oh, that was fucking.
we'd like Halloween next year if the World Series isn't on. But with that being said, we had in one table a coffin, blow-up coffin with ice and a skeleton in it and Jello shots, and then a cooler full of adult drinks, and then we had a cooler full of kids' drinks, and then candy bowls for the kids. So it's an adult fucking. It's a family party here for Halloween on the street.
Yeah, no, this neighborhood and like this area in general of the subdivision is like lit. Like it's fucking, it's amazing. It's awesome. Like we all like just hang out.
Our street kicks some ass.
Our street is fucking awesome. I'm like, I never thought I'd be saying this. Thank you, Andy, for moving in. Like it just took it to the next level.
My neighbors the other night are out at like 11 o'clock at night driving their new mower up and down the street. Like, like we're like-minded people.
It's some king of the hill type shit.
We are definitely like-minded people here, for sure.
I mean, yeah, like I have so much video, but I'm like, I don't want to post it because it's like self-incriminating.
Anybody listening? Do you have a good neighborhood, like a similar?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your neighborhood story. Like if y'all like, if your neighbors get drunk and get down. And Donna, if you're still hanging on and still listening, you need to come hang out with all of us neighbors. Don't be antisocial. I know you got 8,000 cameras around your house, but sometimes you need to walk outside.
And you see Nikki walking, and Nikki and Dawn walking across the street to Sean's in those cameras.
Right?
That's where we all are. Let's see. Don't care about screen size. She said it. Basically, she just told you it's not the size that counts. Toy said, guess that got that one house cleaned up with the ring. Wait, what?
Hey Tori, I'm not sure what your message is trying to convey.
Guess
Can
that
you?
got that one.
I don't know, man. I was trying to read it too and trying to like articulate, but I just and I haven't been drinking Jello shots, but I did have that that stuff.
Sounds good. Keep me posted.
Well, with the sex ring, what?
Donna, it's like every night, every Saturday night or Friday night that Sean just happens to be out in the garage, and somehow we all conjugate there, and it's just
we all start out like we have plans, and we're all like dressed to go do stuff,
and then 4 beers in, we're like, yeah.
And then we're just like, it's so much better to just stay here. It's so much cheaper. The house with the sex ring. What? Where was the house with the sex ring? Damn, now you got me all sorts of like scratching my head.
Like, shh, you're not supposed to fucking talk about that. There's neighbors in the chat right now. Like, God.
Rule number 1 of Fight Club: you do not talk about Fight Club.
Do not talk about sex club. Yeah, I don't know about any sex ring on this street. Like, yeah, definitely ain't flying at my house. I got children. That shit don't need to be. No.
Right? Dude, that was so funny the other night. I was like, man, they really need to have a children, slow down, caution children in the neighborhood.
They do.
I know. And like literally, what's her face? Sean's wife. What's her name? Andy.
Andrea.
I knew it started with A. I was like, well, I'm blanking on her fucking name. She's like, yeah, there's one right there. I'm like, oh my God. I literally stare at that
Yes,
motherfucker. It's literally in front of my house. And I've been here for almost 20 years. But here's the deal. In my defense, it's not yellow and it's not vibrant and it's not bright. It's literally.
It's pretty worn out.
Yeah, it is worn though. I literally want to I have some neon spray paint. Like I want to spray paint the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Tori says when I was in the studio, y'all were talking about a house in your neighborhood that got busted for a sex ring. I was trying to not what? Not what?
Oh my God, cliffhanger. I'm trying to remember,
trying to not call the house out. But I don't remember. I don't think I was on that night. Was I in the studio too? Because I don't remember.
Girl, you need to tell me the episode you were on. I need to rewatch that shit because I have literally blanking on sex.
There's rumors of swinging in the neighborhood, but I don't know about.
Yeah. I know there's swingers in the neighborhood. I know that.
Okay, I'm not going to confirm that. I just heard there was rumors.
I can confirm it. I can.
Damn it!
We didn't say who.
I don't need to out
the people that know. No. And I'm sure even Donna fucking knows.
I'm sure she does, but like, I don't need the whole neighborhood being like, yeah, these motherfuckers out everything we do in this neighborhood, so just be careful.
No, you vague book it. You say enough, but don't like put inclusive like evidence that's gonna.
Lori said yeah about the swinging. I think she was agreeing with that.
Oh no, she said that later. Hey Tori, shoot me a message. Which episode and stuff you were on? Actually, you know what? I could probably look it up. It was before your 100th. Okay. Damn, it has been a fucking while.
Was I there? Oh, is that what you were saying? Yeah, too. I was there.
Donna says, "Nope, I'm boring." I know, Donna. We need to get you out. We need to get you out and about, so that way
just
you're not.
Because you're not in a fucking sex ring or swinging, has nothing to do with being boring. That is no.
Hey, Donna, like and
I'm boring too.
Like
I ain't involved
in all reality, like I like to keep to myself and just like I don't want the fuckery of everybody else wearing on me and like the drama and the bullshit. Like I keep. This is my sanctuary. Sherry. So about the old hags guy. So I was putting his stuff together on Sunday, and all of the photos he posted were memes. And I'm like, dude, I can't have you on the show if you don't have a picture of yourself, because how am I going to promote like you being on the show if all you're going to give me is fucking memes? I'm like, fucking millennials. And then they don't know how to fucking listen. What's wrong with you?
He was young and he said he doesn't do selfies?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Survey says that's a lie.
You ain't hiding shit.
Yeah, Sherry, you are right. He was very, very weird. But that's why I thought it would be a great show, because it'd been like, oh my God. Like the audience would have been eye-opening. And get a Sherry, I don't know if you remember who he works for, but
did you just meet him at the place?
No, he was at the bar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Did you just meet him?
Oh yeah, random guy. Yeah, random guy just happened to be sitting at the bar.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's it's a fucking recipe for disaster. He wasn't that old. Well, no, that's why millennials aren't old. But she said good conversation, so I guess he couldn't have been too bad. But
no, like, hey Sherry, can you remind me of like what all like details and stuff? Because between the shots and the drinks at the Stars game and everything else, yeah, I was a little bit tipsy.
Ashley says this sounds sus. Yes, it does. By the way, Ashley, Lindsay hates that fucking word because fucking Jackson and Michael use it all the fucking time.
What, sus?
That's a little sussy. That's sus. And Sussy is actually a character on a game they play called Among Us. And like, they're like, yeah, that's a little sus, Dad. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you say that shit.
Oh, the best is when my boss, like, or my supervisor, like, starts talking about like all the different like sayings and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm just like going, cringe.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Fucking
that's
cringe.
So cringe.
That's so cringe. That's so fetch. Fuck you. You go fetch. I'm a fucking dog.
Yes, Sherry said he was really good at spinning. You would ask and he would spin back to you. He had a tragic story, so he said.
That's why when you wrote me, you're like, the male, but man, has he got some questions for us to keep us on our toes or something?
Yes, I was like, he's gonna be combative, which is good because that gives us energy to work with, right? Like if somebody's throwing you shade or questions or whatever, that gives you something to work with, right? Whereas somebody that's being quiet doesn't say shit, you got nothing to work with. You got no material. And we've had a few people not in the studio. It's really weird, the dynamic. Once somebody gets in the studio, like they open up a little bit more. I think because you don't really see the cameras. Whereas like when you're like basically doing remote, like it's more awkward, I guess.
They're there still were one or two where we literally had to pull
information. Yeah.
like it was like.
But were they in studio or was that remote?
One was in studio at one point.
I think I remember the one you're talking about.
And then the second one was she was having technical difficulties and
and she was being
freaked the fuck out because she was having technical. You're not the one having anxiety over not using the headphones. Like, I was like,
that should have been a meme. That should have went viral.
Like we were just giving her suggestions. She's like, because she couldn't figure it out. She thought that she was like, I don't know if she thought she was disappointing the show or what, but she's like, yeah, she goes, that's because you don't understand what it's like, what it's like to have anxiety and blah 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 blah. I'm like, your headphones aren't working. That's not a big issue. It's okay. We can reschedule you. It's all good. And like, it was like the end of the world, like over dramatic. Yeah, we didn't give her any impression that she was doing anything wrong, and she was just like, I have anxiety, and was like, from what? what happened? I don't
like self-induced. Oh, yeah. So, Sherry, yes, the masked person that was in the car, that was very fucking creepy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't remember when this happened exactly, but, like, Sherry got a picture of somebody in the driver's seat of a car wearing, like, a fucking Jason mask or something.
When? Was it this dude? Did he get in the car? This was all weird all of a sudden.
What?
He was not a fan of the questions. He was hesitant to give anything. Also, neither one of y'all cared. I saw the masked car driver. So what? He was driving with somebody that had a mask on?
No, I forget. Oh, she went out to smoke.
You said, Devin, you did call me out for being rude. You kept asking questions when the podcast was, I guess, on. I'm like, dude, Tuesday at 7.
Oh yeah. No, the guy was irritating me too. So I'm.
Oh, it's probably a good thing I wasn't. Yeah, I have a tendency to fucking I'll be really like.
So Sherry's no filter. She's telling him like it is, and I'm like, hey, this might be good for the show because if he's gonna run his mouth, he has no idea what he's gonna be in store with between you and I. Like, we are gonna fucking railroad.
No, I'm gonna be like, I'm like one of those like, oh really? Tell me more about this, please.
Oh, I love when people are like that because I was like, and that's what I'm thinking in my head. And like, even
walking into the shithole.
Yeah, like you're walking into our domain.
Yeah, no, I won't. I will always let them. You know what I'm saying? I will always let them talk. Like, I won't call them straight out. I'll
and I'm not
passive aggressively. That's how I'll do it. I'll be very, very, very passive aggressive about how I ask.
And I'm not saying this to instigate or to lead other people to follow in footsteps. Said copycats, basically. But there was a few people that tried to troll us, and where are they now?
I mean, they aren't trolling us.
Exactly. That's the point. That's my like. And it's funny because you belong to this podcast groups and stuff like that. They say, don't engage, don't do this. I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, well, all bets are off, gloves are fucking coming off. Like,
some people we engage, some people we don't.
Yeah. It's
that one guy way back when, I shouldn't have engaged. I shouldn't have been drinking that night either. That was not the greatest moment of my life.
It would have been better if you had not said the one thing.
The phrase.
Yeah. It was not the phrase that pays.
No.
But
and it's not the phrase that plays because we deleted the episode, but like
we did. So if there's an episode missing, that's why.
It was something said completely out of context.
And it really sucked because like literally we showed how to handle a
we were talking about it and then did exactly the opposite of it.
Right.
Don't give them attention. And I'm like,
yeah, we're gonna shine a spotlight on
I'm gonna knock on your hotel door and you're gonna have 3 people and we're gonna abuse you and like call the authority figures and things will happen to them too. And I was like, and only much more harshly it was phrased, and we are elected to.
Andy, we don't need to go rehash that.
Probably top between burning the trash cans. Probably top 5 embarrassing moments, probably, or mistakes. Not necessarily embarrassed. Like thinking about it, I'm embarrassed, but like it was. Yeah, it was very poorly worded, and it was because not that drinking was an excuse, but Yeah, that's why I didn't think about what I said.
And it was funny because didn't you find a Facebook post or something where you literally said the exact same thing word
Yeah,
for word?
apparently I made a joke years back and said.
So apparently this is like a long
And no,
running thing.
It's a thing I won't repost. Apparently, like I said,
But it's okay because Andy talks about moms all the time, so it's like it's only appropriate that he regenerates other jokes.
Yeah, when I posted it, I was sober, and so that one had no excuse. So I don't know. It won't be happening again.
And it's so funny because you haven't had to run in with the police like.
No, I haven't. I've been blessed by the police, believe it or not. They've let me go on a lot of fucking things, and I mean a lot of things. Expired registration for 4 years.
All right, let's talk about that. That's a good little subject, little side subject.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that y'all got away with the police?
Yes,
let's hear the story.
Please tell me,
because I'm sure, like, I can think of one right now, and I know Andy just talked about one. But like, what's a story where you should have like gotten in trouble but you didn't, and we want to hear like how you got out of it,
or even if it's a ticket and you damn sure should have had a ticket, like a 5-year expired registration. He's like, get that taken care of.
You'll be like, I will in 2 years when it's no longer valid to get a fucking inspection.
When I was a teenager, I will drop one real quick. When I was a teenager, I got pulled over in my Buick, and I had 3 people in the back, 1 person in the front, and we were all dressed in, I don't know, hoodlum attire. And I was wearing snow camo pants with no shirt on, and he pulled me out of the car. And he's talking to me. And luckily, this cop had pulled me over 2 weeks prior because car stereos were being stolen in the area, and he heard me bumping. So we had a conversation about my stereo. So he remembered me this time because I told him, I was like, hey, you're blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, all right. He goes, where are you headed? And I was real honest with him. I was like, we're going to a party. My friend's grandparents are out of town, so we're going to go have. He goes, that's where y'all going to be all night? I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving after that. I was like, there's plenty of space for us to sleep. If I have to, I'll sleep on the floor. Like, all right. He goes, y'all need to be safe, though. He goes, but if I asked you to search the car, would you let me search the car? I was like, yeah, there's nothing in there that I know of. Meanwhile, apparently all my passengers in the back seat had the armrest down and were stuffing shit into the trunk at the time.
Oh, shit.
And so there was major felony contraband getting shoved into my trunk while I'm telling a police officer with no shirt on. I got no shirt on, and I got camo pants.
You look suspect as fuck.
And hey, yeah, go ahead, take a look around the car. Nothing going on. And he took me at where he goes, since you're being honest with me, he said I can look around. He goes, I'm not going to. He goes, just make sure you get to where you're going and stay there for the evening. Because he did remember me from pulling me over a week or 2 prior. But yeah, that was one of the biggest ones. There's several others too where I literally was like, look into my blue eyes and don't give me a ticket and don't give me trouble. Yes, sir. Yes, officer. All that kind of stuff goes a really long way. If you're getting pulled over at night, I highly recommend turning on your dome lights immediately and opening your windows because they can see everything that you're doing and it does not cause apprehension in the officer's mind.
Yep.
Let's see here. So,
Terry said, maybe one day I'll make it a podcast appearance. It's been almost 2 years.
Okay, yeah, you do that, yo.
Lindsay says white privilege. Wow.
Not white privilege, it's blue eye privilege.
Hey, you know what, Lindsay?
If these eyes were shit brown, I'd be in trouble.
You know, I actually had reverse racism on me. So actually, white privilege is not a thing in my book. So let me run down a story.
Ethan Couch. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's affluenza.
Yeah,
they invented a fucking disease for this
for a white person.
For a white person,
that's white.
That is white privilege.
So yeah, it's out. I believe it exists in the court system. It may not exist with cops because I've seen cops be equal dickheads to white people, especially in Addison and Farmers Branch.
Okay, so let's talk about Addison. Let's talk about Addison. I should own half of fucking Addison by
all
now.
the shit I've paid.
Well, no, not only that. Which elbow is it? This one? That one.
Look at my scars, guys.
So hold on. that elbow, there's a scar going right here all the way down.
Anybody else got any stories?
So I was at I don't think it was Oktoberfest. There was some kind of festival going on in Addison, and me and the girl I was dating at the time and her brother like all got stopped by a couple police officers or whatever.
Fucking Addison.
I was being completely like cool, like my girl was right here.
Mm-hmm.
I was in handcuffs. She was in handcuffs. Her brother was probably about 30 or 40 yards away. He was in handcuffs. Well, all of a sudden, this police officer, fucking, I will never forget what he looked like. Big, fat, wearing a yellow shirt, Hispanic guy, comes up to me, starts talking shit, and then proceeds to punch me in the face. Now, mind you, I'm in handcuffs. I can't stop. I can't block. So I do the best I can by like trying to move to avoid getting, straight sucker punched in the face. Well, in doing so, I end up falling to the ground, and of course, I can't catch myself because I'm in fucking handcuffs. So when I land on the ground, I land with all my weight on that elbow and split my elbow open with like a 3 or 4 inch fucking gash. And mind you, I get in the squad car, and it's a different officer, obviously, that takes us.
Squad needs stitches.
And like, I literally am in the car talking to this officer, being like, I hope your dash cam saw that officer punch me straight in the face while I was in handcuffs. I go, that was police brutality, like nobody's fucking business. That was not warranted. There was no reason there. I wasn't being rude. I was fucking detained. And here's the fucked up part. That building where it happened, 21 cameras. 21. Now, 19 of were focused in that same vicinity. Like, they were pointed at that vicinity.
Not when you brought it up in court. They weren't.
Oh, guess what happened? All 19 cameras, miraculously, the one footage they brought panned away when the officer fucking punched me right in the face.
Wow.
I said, fuck Addison, fuck the city, fuck the police, fuck every motherfucker in Addison because they all covered it up.
And I'm horny. I'm fucking them all. Oh, sorry.
And here's the fucked up part. When I asked for medical, like, to stitch this up, they denied me medical service on top of assaulting me. This is when I realized I have worthless parents, because if it was me and it was my kid and that shit happened, I would have lit the goddamn fucking city on fire. Like, literally, like, that shit, you don't fuck around with my kid. That's when I realized at a young age that my parents suck at life. And that's when I realized, like, I have nobody to protect me other than me. And that's when I realized, fuck police. I worked volunteer for 7.5 years with police, fire, and EMTs. So, like, I put in my service. I did my time with them. I volunteered.
Like he did a sentence.
Yeah, it wasn't a sentence.
He hasn't been in jail, folks. He's only been detained. Only been detained.
But no, and that was the fucked up part, is because I like was denied medical service. I was assaulted while in handcuffs, and like I lost all respect for fucking police when that happened. And then when all the shit started happening and stuff with the news, I'm like, yeah, it's par for the course. I don't give a fuck if there's one bad cop. When there's one, there's the entire squad. Because if the squad doesn't speak up against the one, then they're just as guilty as the
but
one.
You're not going to hear about the ones that speak up because the news will refuse to cover it because it's told not to.
No, every once in a while, they show video on YouTube and stuff of a good cop stopping a bad cop, like literally arresting a bad cop.
Yeah, but
it took how long?
Find it on YouTube.
It took how long to get to that level, though? That's the fucking problem.
But that's just it. Do we really think that it took that long to level? Or is that just what the media is telling us?
No, that's because they finally have body cameras, which is what I've been an advocate for ever since that happened.
And I totally agree. But the thing is just understand. The coverage of people doing right, it's just like a review. When you get burned at a business, you're gonna fucking scathe them on a review. But if you have a good experience, you're not gonna be as motivated, and it's gonna get put to the side, and you're not gonna leave a review.
No. That's not true. That's not true. I give credit where credit's due.
I do too. But humanity doesn't. And so what I'm saying is when the cops step out of line, especially if it's more and more and more, the news is only going to cover those cops. Right. And how bad they are. They're not going to cover, even if it's whether it's fewer or not. That's why you said you can find it on YouTube. You can't find it on mainstream media when it says, hey, this cop stood up for injustice and this and that.
Well, and you actually hit a good fucking point. Like a lot of people now, especially younger generation, do not trust the news. They don't even go to the news. Like a lot of people go Twitter for late breaking shit or X because it's happening
that's still
live.
Scary though, you know what I mean? That's still
it is, but at the same time, but you get to make the decision. Like you get to judge based on what you see. Dude, I saw some fucked up shit the other day that was like fucking literally traumatizing. This guy stole a workman's truck. I don't know if you saw the video. Like I almost want to play it, but at the same time, I know we'll get fucking taken down for playing it. So this guy stole a work truck, right? This guy like had a city vehicle, one of those big ass like F-450, whatever fucking big ass thing. The dude gets in. Yeah, go ahead. He gets in the truck, drives off like this thief did. Oh, and mind you, the guy that's a city worker shoots the guy in the truck. He's shooting at the guy. If somehow it doesn't hit him, doesn't kill him, whatever. But then the guy turns around in that truck, that work truck, and straight up runs that guy over. And somebody's filming this entire thing, and I'm just like going, and I'm like, it's the fucking most fucked up, horrific. And you know damn well, like, all that shit's gonna be edited when it gets to mainstream news. Like, you ain't gonna see half of that shit. You're gonna get a blurry image of this and a blurry, like, desensitized. No, don't desensitize. Fucking show it so that you can see how humanity really is. Don't fucking sugarcoat it. Sprinkle a little.
Sprinkles
on it.
The motto for media is yes, sensitize and sensationalize.
There you go. That's it.
That's
$1 million fucking. Yeah, that's
sensitize and sensationalize.
That's true. Lizzie says you get searched every time. Why you get searched every time? What do you do? You know, like how everybody always turns it around. It's always your fault that you get searched.
Because Andy wouldn't know. So.
You know, it's funny. You remember Nick back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got pulled over by Grapevine, and it was, dude. They had Camaros at the time, which was really fucking cool. Yeah, I was like, damn, Grapevine be balling.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I was in my M3 or which vehicle I was in. But anyway, this guy was being an asshole, whatever. So, like, I floored it and got around him and, like, said, deuces. And then all of a sudden, I look in my rear view and whoop, whoop. And I was like, going, of course. This is before, like, radar detectors and Waze and everything else, right? And so, like, I talked to the cop and I explained the situation. I was like, look, dude, I was like, this was kind of a do or die situation. I was trying to avoid this idiot that was trying to like run us off the road and this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. Then my boy Nick starts talking to him. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, we're going to jail tonight. And as some reason, like, he starts talking about the guy's car, right? And like, oh, dude, like, what kind of car is that? What you got under the hood? Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, the cop was like, hey, you know what? You guys have a good night. Y'all just be safe. Like, if this ever happens again, he goes, call 911, blah, blah. I was like, well, if you respond this fast, yeah, I'll call.
You guys can be here this fast every time.
No shit.
That's.
Yeah, so that was the one time like I got away with something that I was like, I was literally breaking triple digits. I think I was at like 120, 130, something like that.
I got away with. What was I doing? I was speeding on the fucking highway and I was driving like a reckless asshole. But we actually got to talking about firearms, and I ended up getting out of it because he's like, "Yeah, concealed weapon, concealed license, and he's like, "Is it in the vehicle?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's right here next to me on the console." And he I was like, I can move my hands up, and you can look at it if you want. It's in visible range. And he looked at it, and he's like, he asked me what model it is, and he's like, "Oh, I have CZ, I carry a CZ at home too as well." And blah, 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 blah. And then we end up shooting shit for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes on the side of fucking near George Bush. We pulled off on the service road. And he's like, all right. He goes, well, I'm not going to cite you. He goes, I just don't want to ever see you driving like that again. He goes, I will give you this. He goes, you did use your signals, but that's not an okay. And I was like, no, I completely understand, officer. I appreciate it, this and that. And then we went from there. So, and he let me go with a warning. I have so many times can't type, also drinking. You can't type because you're drinking. That's okay. That just means you're going to type in cursive.
Yeah.
It's funny that she's able to hear us in a bar. She must have a loudspeaker on her phone, unless she's listening to like Bluetooth or something.
Or like headphones or something.
Yeah, or wireless, like AirPods or some shit. Which AirPods, by the way, are fucking. I don't know, man. They're inferior, dude.
What do you mean?
Like they compared to some headphones out nowadays, they have a lot more distortion than some others that are cheaper.
Which AirPods are we talking about?
I have the AirPod, the second version.
Oh yeah, if you're not talking Pro or you're not talking
AirPod
about
Pro, yes.
Pro Max, then
I don't know.
Okay.
They got the rubber inserts instead of just the normal, those old school ones. The problem is I'm using Android with them, okay?
Oh yeah.
So what happens is the noise canceling only works when I have one in, but if I have both in, for some reason I hear fucking everything.
Oh yeah, that's because you don't have an iPhone. Because you suck at life.
Oh, she said nope, volume turned up, not sitting bar top. You should sit at the bar top and plug us into the PA and let everybody hear us our nonsense. Let them all fucking chime in. Just get up and tell the whole bar to tune into the podcast right fucking now.
That would be awesome. Let's hear their stories of when they got away.
Hey, and you never know. Leaving tonight, they might come up with some news stories.
They're like, yeah, what happened was about 15 minutes ago.
They're like, let me chime in and tell you what's going to happen tonight when I leave here. My tarot cards. Oh, you know what? Speaking of tarot cards, I know we've had tarot card readers on here. And those of you who down the tarot card reading, you might want to hear this headline.
What's that?
Fucking tarot card reading predicts a Michigan woman's $500,000 lottery win. 59-year-old told lottery officials she was on her way to the tarot card reading when she stopped at the BP gas station. Oh, BP. Go and clean your spill. Gas station on the West Thomason Road in Fenton to buy some scratch-off tickets. During her tarot reading, I was told money would be coming into my life very soon. I tried to think of ways this might happen, but I didn't even think about lottery tickets in my purse. Later that night, I scratched the tickets. I saw the star symbol and thought, wow, at least I won my money back, assuming it would only be $10. Much to my surprise, it revealed a prize of $500,000, $500,000, babe. Shit, I need to go get my tarot card reading and just be like, yeah, you're gonna stay broke. The woman came from a 50. The woman's prize came from a 50 times a wild time scratch off ticket. So if you have that ticket in your area, I don't know if this says go get one or not, but that's the one she did do. So yes, those of you that don't believe in that tarot shit, I don't know, man. What do you think? I still think it's kind of bullshit. I think it's a weird coincidence, but you know what? Maybe she went to one of those authentic psychics. Called me for your free read and called me now.
Hey, Sherry, bring your friend in if you think they're good. Hey, Sherry, just so you know, every fucking time I say your name, Siri on my phone decides to open up.
What did she just write? Alexander. Just the fact that he.
Alexander the Patron.
No, it's Beaverhausen. Just the
Beaverhausen.
Just the fact that he's got Beaver in his name makes him cool enough to be on this show.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, we can give us some of that Beaver whiskey.
Yes, we have Beaver butt whiskey.
Hey, don't tell them that.
Or no, we have Beaver whiskey.
There you go. Yes, so, God, now I can't call you Sherry because now every time I say that, freaking Siri will open up. Ah, there she goes again. Damn it.
His name is Victor.
Victor.
His name is Victor.
So wait, is he Russian? Because
where is he from? Is he German or is he Russian? Does he talk like this?
Does he talk like that? Because that'd be an interesting conversation.
It's like how you say from the Red Times, the Red.
Hey, keep talking like that. Hey, Sherry, go talk to him and then have Andy talk.
Like I tell you million times, you don't talk like this. I shoot in face and I say, no problem.
I wrestle bears.
I wrestle better with shirt off while riding on horse, and I run country. Like how you say one badass. I'm at the bar.
Ashley says, "Won't that just be beaver on beaver cannibalism?" Oh, comment of the night. Very
Uh,
nice.
She says she's actually at the bar with him now. It happens while on the phone with what? While on the phone with Presby. No, he is Hispanic. Oh, he's Hispanic. How did he get a name like Beaverhausen?
Beaverhausen.
Beaverhausen.
I am Beaverhausen.
Beaverhausen.
Oh wait, the Patron. That
Beaverhausen. Yes, we are definitely.
that's the Hispanic part.
We're past the 9 o'clock hour. It's just going crazy.
It's gonna go off the rails.
We got people with Beaver in their last name. We got Beaver in the whiskey.
We got Beaverhausen.
We do have to come close pretty soon because I do have to go into the office tomorrow.
I don't. Hey, if anybody's available tomorrow, I may or may not need a ride. I might just, I don't know.
Beaverhausen.
I'll Beaverhausen. I might just pick up a car tomorrow.
From a show. Beaverhausen's from a show.
Is it?
Yep. To anybody listening, no, I don't need new listeners for excuse for this one. Thank you for tuning in this evening.
Yes, thank you.
I don't have a chaser. Oh. I do not have a chaser.
Get you one. There's some in there. What do you want? Labatt?
What's it all about? That's Le Boot beer.
The boots?
It's Le Boot. In the boot side.
In the boot side.
Will and Grace. Oh, yeah. I am familiar with Will and Grace. I didn't partake in it on a regular basis. Was it funny? Yes, it was funny.
I didn't partake at all, so I don't know.
The one chick, and I always forget her name, but she always had alcohol. That was the chick that made me laugh on that show. She was always fucking drunk, had vodka or wine or something. UNT softball outfield. Sorry, we busy. Wait, what? What? You are all over the place, Sherry. What is going on? Your comments are coming out of. Speaking of ball field, left field. I'm not following. First you're at a bar, now you're at a softball field. Wait, what's really happening?
And now all of a sudden we got Lindsay saying Karen. Like, what the fuck? What's Karen got to do with anything?
Yeah, was I bitching about something?
Were you being a Karen?
Was I?
You're talking about Bookside.
Yeah.
I don't know how that relates to Karen, but
yeah,
whatever.
like it was Le Boot beer.
She's like, I think.
Karen, I think. Wait, what? Oh, from Will and Grace. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember her name either. I thought she was saying I was being a Karen because it is a natural insult for her to call me a Karen.
I mean, I thought the same thing. I was like, I thought she was calling you a Karen too.
Nice. Yes, baby, we just got that. We just understood. You said you may or may not need a ride.
Yes. Who said that? Oh.
To you.
Yes. Sherry, what are you doing tomorrow? I know it probably involves drinking at some point.
Your liver's like, oh no, stop, please. Just one day of water.
All right. So, like, I don't know how Sherry fucking does it, but like Thursday went to the Stars game, right? It was fucking, it had a badass time. It was awesome. And then like, she's like, hey, tomorrow, like I have from 12 to 12 that she's got like host this and do that or whatever. But it's basically all 12 hours of drinking. And I'm like going, I don't know how in God's green earth.
Sherry, do not incriminate
you
yourself
are like a fucking rock star.
Sherry, you need to not incriminate yourself in our comments.
Yeah.
Yes, shots and G. No, she means her Power Wheels.
Good night, Byron. Have a good night.
Good night, Byron. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate it. Yes, no, Sherry. Just delete comment.
Sherry has no filters. She's
like, I meant my Jeep Power Wheels. That's what I have my drink in, my shots in.
Hey, Sherry, shut your face. She's like, I went to work Friday. You did not.
I did. Did you not?
No, I didn't.
Oh, after the
yeah, like I literally worked from home, and I was like, literally,
again,
like,
you should stop incriminating yourself too, as well.
I did not do none of the such things.
I was working the entire day from home.
Yes, from home, I was working it hardcorely.
We're done talking about that stuff cannot be outed on the podcast.
Yes. This is all shtick, y'all.
Yes, none of this actually happened.
None of this is true. None of this is factual. It cannot be proven.
Man, dude. Just when you think you are the superior race,
Oh,
You find out that cicadas are nature's weirdos. Apparently, they pee stronger than us, and they have an STD that can turn them into zombies. So, hey, at least we're not leading the race in some kind of nasty shit. Yep.
I don't know. I'm pretty
Those of you
sure.
who don't know, we're supposed to have an unprecedented cicada event this year. Apparently, there's going to be more than normal. Not that they aren't fucking headache driving enough as it is.
Yeah, they're annoying as fuck.
These insects are the strongest urinators in the animal kingdom, with flows that put humans and elephants to shame. How do you measure that? How do you sit? What scientist is chilling, looking at a fucking aquarium full of cicadas and watching them just piss everywhere? And what I'm saying? Like, is that what they're doing when they land on me? Do they piss on me? Like, what the fuck? They have pumps in their heads that pull moisture from roots of trees, allowing them to feed more than a decade underground. They are rescuers of caterpillars. So what do they go and say? Hey, let me help you out, buddy. I'll help you turn into a fucking elephant or a fucking butterfly. What if caterpillars turn into elephants? Sorry, y'all. This is Biden's New World Order. That's my fault. And they.
You are just butchering.
I know.
I'm just sitting back.
This is the past the 9 o'clock hour. This happens usually, and they are being ravaged by a sexually transmitted disease that turns them into zombies. The parasite actually invades their brain, and it turns them into just, I guess, water. Which I don't understand how you gauge what behavior. How do you gauge a cicada's behavior to know that they're a zombie? What do they do? They fly different? Do they go left instead of right? Can somebody please?
They don't fly straight. Like they say when pigs don't fly straight?
Yeah, well, cicadas don't fly straight. Now, can somebody research this for me and get back to me? Let me know, like, what happens when how do you discuss, I can't even,
Andy, use your words.
I can't wrap my head around it. It's making me laugh, dude. How do you discern the difference between a zombified cicada and a normal one? Is it their fucking eyeballs? Like, what is?
Oh, I know the real easy answer to that.
What?
Whether they're female or male. I'm gonna let you figure out which one's which.
Well, I mean, technically, if they're married, it's probably the males. There's whatever my wife says.
Whatever.
Happy wife, happy life. Brains.
Threw up in my mouth.
Oh man. So yes, if you felt like you weren't doing anything with your life, just understand you pee less harder than a cicada.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I'm here for this, folks.
Where the fuck do you get your news, bro?
Dude, I purposely look up the most fucked up headlines for this show.
You're like, I need the most.
I want weird but
shit.
true for everybody to be like, that's fucking bullshit. They don't even have penises. How the fuck can a cicada pee harder than me?
All lies.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Dang it, man. All the rest of these headlines are super old. They suck. 9-year-old boy's dream of a pet octopus is a sensation as thousands follow Terrence's story. Yep, nope, we're good. Leaving that alone. That sounds like some boring shit. You know, octopuses are actually extremely smart.
Very.
Yep.
Each one of the tentacles has like its own brain. It
Like,
operates independent of the main.
but yet they think together and work symbiotically.
It's crazy.
The big word in that.
That is, man.
Oh.
You couldn't even say and D earlier. Now you're saying symbiotic. That's fucking pretty impressive, bro.
And what if I say you're a fuzzy little man peach?
I say, what the fuck is his name?
Old Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Fuzzy little man peach.
Oh, good old
Make
Greg.
an assessment.
I might have to watch old Greg.
I'd never heard of him until Lindsay brought it to my attention, and I looked up a bunch of videos. It's fucking hilarious. Those of you out there, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get on YouTube and look up Old Greg, and you're welcome.
And you're welcome.
Yep. Let me know what you think. You don't have to do it right now, but even if you want to come back to after we're done and even make a comment or message us about old Greg, you're more than welcome to, because it's great. And while you're at it, look up on YouTube HYCB. No, HYCYB. Look that up and listen to that video. And we've played it on the show before.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we have.
Yeah.
Do yourself
like
a
I had to
favor.
do the acronym like breakdown. I'm like, oh.
Yes, you will totally. You will. That one you will definitely be thanking me for, because you will be asking that to anybody that's looking for something ever again. Because Lindsay and I
Yes.
do it on a regular fucking basis now.
That's terrible. that's terrible, y'all. It's terrible.
So, God, that's depressing.
What?
Fucking hunter shoots the last gray wolf in I forget what state it is, because he mistaked it for a normal wolf.
Why?
So yeah, he just endangered that wolf's population. That state's wolf population. What a fucking dumbass. I don't know why you're out hunting wolves anyways. That's just retarded. Unless you're like, if you're fighting for your life, I get it. You got to shoot a wolf, but you shouldn't go out trying to hunt a wolf. For that matter, for that fact, I don't even think you should be out hunting bears. And there's going to be plenty of people out there. Hunting's cruel. You shouldn't hunt anyone in general.
Hey, I hunt cougars every weekend. I like how the music stopped.
As my face just goes into my fucking palm.
And like literally the music just dropped.
Hey Devin, you be killing those cougars?
I'll be slaying them cougars.
You be stabbing
bro.
them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you know.
Devin doesn't. I mean, Devin uses a gun, but it doubles as a. Past the 9 o'clock hour, I cannot be held responsible for my words after this. Like,
oh man.
oh shit, what's going on here? Also, he's on the board. Give us context on the board as to what, because I don't understand that. Lindsay said poop noodle is a good one too. Apparently, that's something you should look up on YouTube. Poop noodle. Donna said just because you're like old women. Oh, please. What was that in context to? I'm sorry we missed that comment. Donna, please add context, because I'd like a good laugh. Devin, to you. Oh, please, Devin, you are the same age as the Cougars. With that said, I want to go ahead and tell a story.
Rude.
About a year or so ago, we all get invited to see Lena at Memphis and Addison. And we go into Memphis and we start, getting our seats and everything to hang out and getting ready for her to do her act with her band. And then we start looking around at all these people and just like, man, look at these fuckers hanging out in the bar and fucking like this and just like look at how they are and whatnot. And then the realization after 20 minutes of being like, wait a minute, this is not my fucking age group. Like, what the fuck happened? Yeah, it's a little eye opening, because it is actually, that is kind of funny, because like there was a cougar that was actually all over Patrick that night, if you remember correctly.
Uh-huh.
That was an odd night that night. But yeah, we were just kind of looking around, making fun of the crew, the crowd in there, and then we looked at ourselves and like, we dress more. I don't know, not them, but we're in the same age bracket. It was just a major reality check.
Yeah, and then when you go to other places, you're like, damn, now I'm the old person at the bar.
Even Sherry said, yeah, he is the same age. You know where we aren't where we aren't the old person?
Where?
At Old Hags.
At Old Hags.
Old Hags.
Thank God, where I feel young
Where
again.
it's old.
Where everybody's old except for you.
Everybody knows your name.
Actually, ironically, there's really...
It's like Cheers. I want to go.
Hey, Sherry, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing any old people.
I just meant because it said Old Hags.
I know.
I
know.
Dad joke.
But no, it's funny because, yeah, you would think that. But, yeah, there's not really
so
the older demographic.
You know Barstool Sports?
Yes.
You know Dave Portney?
Yes.
Okay, he does the pizza reviews.
I did not know that.
He's got a whole, back when I was still on Instagram, He's got a whole fucking page dedicated to his pizza reviews. It's one bite, which he doesn't do just one bite. He does a couple, but he goes around. His favorite style is New Haven and whatnot. But on his app, on his one bite app, Old Hags is rated as, so if you get anything above a 7.8 with Dave Portnoy, you're basically getting a 10. Like, I've watched hundreds of these, and he's never given out anything above a 9. And so, if you get an 8 whatsoever, you're basically make stellar pizza, whatnot. And Old Hags is like a 7 point something or 8 point something, not from him, on the app.
Oh wow!
So
I mean, I will say, like, it's probably some of the best pizza that I've had.
Yep. It's really fucking good.
I don't know what it is, like, especially when you get the spicy marinara. Like, oh man.
So for me, I like two kinds of pizza. Okay. I like a deep dish. I really do. I like a Chicago style authentic deep dish with the sauce reversed but just real thick ingredients. But there's a caveat. I like it, especially if it's got a crunch to the bottom of the crust.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. If it's good ingredients, I'll eat soggy too. It is what it is. But when it comes to the thin crust, I do like a pizza that has some crunch to it. I like it to be charred with like a coal oven or like a brick oven. And I like it to have crisp to it. Now, again, if it's sitting for a little while, it may have flop no matter what. But I like a crisp and a char on the crust. And that's what makes a good thin crust for me. But if it's thick crust, it's going to be hit or miss. It really is. I went up to Chicago. We went to Chicago for the road for the road show, and we had two of the big chain thick crust.
Did you get Illuminati's?
No, it was the two chains that are up there.
That
everybody keeps talking about.
Yeah.
Geno's. So we had Geno's and something.
Geno's West and Geno's East or some shit like that.
So here's the thing.
One's better than the other.
So one, the ingredients were fucking phenomenal. It tasted good, but I wasn't a fan of the crust. And then the other one, I was a fan of the crust, but it didn't taste as good. And if they would learn to like combine their shit, they'd have a fucking stellar fucking pizza.
Next time, go to Illuminati's. It's both.
Okay.
Good ingredients and good crispness, because I was not like, I've never had a big ass what you would really call a pie like that. It literally was like this thick. But I was like, literally 2 slices was like the equivalent of an entire pizza for me.
Yep.
Like, and I was like,
that's how these were.
Like I don't even think I made it to 2 slices.
They
like,
said you can order it. You can order it and call it deep dish, but the really way to say it up there is the stuff. I want the stuffed pizza.
Okay.
So again, it was like you're talking about. 2 pieces would almost be a full pizza because of how thick they were. It's just the difference between the 2 places. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And apparently, Sherry said, "Kind of butthurt you ate a piece of it." Apparently, you ate her pizza or something.
No, ate something. I guess her bread. I don't remember. Sherry, what bread was it? Because I don't even remember eating the bread.
I'm a fan of Detroit style.
Detroit style. What is Detroit style?
It's similar to a kind of a I think. Well, no, I'm probably gonna get that wrong.
Because Detroit's by like Missouri.
I think it's a thicker crust. Honestly, the best place that seems to be getting the I haven't been there yet, and I've only had this style of pizza one time, so I can't really speak on it. But apparently, the one that gets a lot of the best reviews are the New Haven style pizzas. Like, apparently, New Haven, Connecticut is where it's at. Like, pizza fucking making geniuses up there or something. I don't know what's the deal with it. I've had it once, but it was way back once upon a time, and I didn't even understand what New Haven style of pizza was. Sherry said off the sampler.
Well, shit, I wanted to try the sampler. I don't even remember eating it. Sorry if I did.
What is everybody, if you're still listening, and I know it's getting late, but what is everybody's favorite style of pizza here? I know Lindsay's going to be like, I don't like pizza. But what is everyone?
That's un-American.
Because when your person that you're with for a long time works for a pizza chain and brings home nothing but pizza all the fucking time and smells like fucking pizza all the fucking time, you tend to be like, you know what? I don't want fucking pizza all the fucking time.
Well, no, like I worked at Outback Steakhouse and like literally that was my first restaurant job when I was like fucking 14, 15 years old or whatever. And like I remember like I couldn't even put my coat in the office like where the managers and shit were because literally I'd take it home and I would smell like steak, which you know it's not a bad thing, but like after a while,
smell I don't know, man.
Yeah, like after a while though, you're like, okay, I'm so sick.
Okay.
But here's the thing, I still love Outback.
I still love steak.
And I still love steak. So like it did not deter me at all.
Very nice. I mean, steak is amazing. Donna said it's really deep dish and really crispy. So that's arguably there are some Chicago styles that are like that, that claim to be that. The Chicago style I had, which I can't tell you which chain it was really crispy. It reminded me of Pizza Hut crust almost. But yes, I love both. I don't have a preference. It just depends on what ingredients are in it. I love both thin crust and a thick crust.
Yeah, so like Sherry, the pizza that I got at Old Hags, it was like it wasn't quite a thin crust, but it had just enough crunch and just enough like it was a perfect balance. I don't know how they cook that shit, what they do. I don't know if they have a stone cooker or whatever, but it was like absolutely perfect. So yeah, to Donna, to your what you were saying about you prefer the thin and crispy. This pizza I think it was like a hand toss, but it was the perfect amount of crispiness.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta hand toss that.
Anyways, try Motor City on 407. He does a great job. All right, I'm down to check new places. And if anybody else has got suggestions, I'm down to hear those too.
Sherry says something about got laid a lot. I'm context, please.
Yeah.
Ashley doesn't know what style, but Mr. Jim's is her favorite. Mr. Jim's is not bad pizza, but if you were talking about like real, like legit pizza places,
like not a chain.
There's some chain pizza. Don't get me wrong. There's some chain pizza out there that is really, really, really good. Okay. And trust me, I'm just as guilty as anyone getting Domino's and etc. Okay. Yeah. I'm not a pizza snob, but the thing is when it comes to making pizza, if you're outside of a chain pizza, you're a brick or a coal oven. Coal oven really is where it's at because that gets the really good char. And if they can get the crisp all the way to the center of the pizza, fuck, man, that's a good job with thin crust. I didn't take your food, so I wouldn't know. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. I didn't want it. Smelling like steak. He must have gotten laid a lot. Oh,
okay.
Gotten laid a lot. No, we get laid a lot when we smell like bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
Just kidding. Baby, would you concur when I smell like bacon? Do you want to love on me?
I know, like Willow, like whenever I smoke some fucking bacon, like I'll literally do like 2 pounds of bacon that I smoke, and then fucking a couple times I've come in and like literally the tray is still sitting in the back of the fucking cooktop.
Yep.
All the bacon's gone. And I'm like going,
bacon's amazing.
I'm like, what kind of Houdini, like I almost want to put a camera up because I'm like, what kind of Houdini did you will the bacon to come out of the tray?
I could. I totally could.
But literally, bro, it was like 2 pounds of bacon. I was like, Willow, you're gonna have the shits for forever.
I will absolutely,
and I'm gonna laugh.
I will 100% Luke Skywalker some bacon. I totally will.
Willow's figured out a way to summon some fucking bacon. I don't know how she does it, but dude, she can literally tray and plate will stay exactly where it is. But
yeah. Ashley said I've never been to one of those pizza places, authentic, minus Palio's maybe. So Palio's is good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good pizza, but it's still not what we're talking. Palio's is still a chain technically.
Yeah, and you still got those chain kind of vibe.
They're gonna be your better chain.
Yeah,
but like I said, there are good chain pizzas out there. It's gonna be a better chain, but it's not really what I'm looking at.
Damn, now you're making me want to go fucking drive out to fucking Old Hags tonight.
If you're looking
get a badass,
if you're
pizza.
into the artisan pizza, which I mean, I don't mind artisan pizza. Like that's those pizzas like the margarita flavor pizza with the basil on it and the leaves and the shit and stuff. I don't mind those flavors.
Right.
But if you're looking for a good artisan pizza, there is actually a pizza place down in Carrollton that has one of 2 ovens in America shipped straight here from Was it South America or Italy? I don't remember where they had them shipped here.
Hopefully it'd be Italy, because then it would be like legit.
But I think it's called Cane Corso, or no,
That's a dog.
not Cane Corso. What is it? Cane. Damn it! Now I'm gonna fuck. Now it's gonna fuck with my brain pattern. Not that everything else hasn't already. But yeah, there's one down in Carrollton. You may want to look it up because I'm not remembering.
Cane Rosso?
Cane Rosso. There we go. Cane Rosso. Thank you, Devin, for getting that on the fly.
Not a problem.
If you're into artisan pizza and you like a good flavor, Cane Rosso makes some really, really, really good pizzas. I give them probably a 7.5 and above, 7.5 and above, just because I just like their quality and the oven that they use to cook it. So yeah, if you like that kind of pizza, go check it out. It's not my favorite, but at the same time, I don't mind it. Good pizza is good pizza to me.
Yeah, me, I'm like, I like the flavors, and it's weird when you go to like Europe and stuff, and you actually have the pizzas there. It's a fucking night and day difference. Like literally, it's like the ingredients are like almost whole.
Well, I heard that in some spots in Italy, when you get authentic pizza, it's literally like cardboard. They don't cook it like we do. They don't put some of the same ingredients as we do.
So I will say Germany, it was literally like almost like a cracker crust. Like when you bit into it, was like,
Oh, so it was made by our ancestors.
yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Was that racist? No, because I'm white.
White privilege.
Cracker crust.
Cracker crust.
Cracker crust. Is that the stuff when I wake up in the morning and get it out of my
I've never even heard it. Like it looks legit. Like this almost looks like Italian. Like the style, like how
What is
the Cane Rosso.
Yes. So like
And they got the pizza oven. Yeah, they got those are about.
That's one of 2 pizza ovens in America.
Well, Chicago has. They're about 100,000. I think it's like 150,000 a piece.
But they get theirs from some a different different, because I actually, when they first were opening, I actually was privy enough to talk to one of the owners, and they gave me the history on that particular oven, and that was the only one in the Metroplex at the time. And then they opened up another one, and that's the second one in Dallas, let alone the second one in the U.S. Though there are similar products, because
Well, yeah, I was looking at their oven. It is different. So there's a place in Chicago that we went to, and so one of the guys that I was with, Trey, he was in the restaurant industry, but he did restaurant like equipment, like sales like different products, stuff like that. So he, like, when we went into this bar, he goes, dude, each one of those pizza like ovens, he goes, like, is 150 grand.
Yep.
He's like, they got $300,000 just sitting right there, just in there. I was like, all right, so I think this ought to be legit, and it was really good.
I want to say the one they got shipped to them was 125.
Yeah,
125, I think.
Which
to me is nuts.
How many years ago was this?
Like this was, so when Cane Rosso opened up, it would have been 2010, 2012, somewhere in between there.
Okay, so yeah, given inflation and everything, it's probably about 175, probably 200,000 by now.
Okay,
yeah,
that's true.
No, that's why I was like, this was fairly recently.
Which is mind blowing to me. Well, so you showed their oven, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not just paying for the stone, the cement, and whatnot. It's actually wrapped in tile. It's got like decorative tile built all around it, right?
Mosaic tile.
Mosaic tile. Yes, mosaic tile. But if you really think about it, as a person that would like build something like that in their backyard, because you technically, if you do a coal fire oven in your backyard and you do it cement and bricks, etc., brick oven, you can essentially get the same flavor. You're just not going to have the same look. And so you think like 125,000, that's fucking nuts for some rocks and some cement. But the care and the artistry that goes into these artisan pizza ovens.
So you want to hear something fucked up?
What's up?
So Shark Tank had one of the products was one of these artisan pizza outdoor ovens.
Yep,
I have one.
Oh yes, you do. I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, and it's like $1,000. And I literally still have it sitting in a fucking box. And I'm like, I like pizza, but like it's just too much work. It's just
Yeah.
to make the dough, and then finding
Because
out like
literally,
I got to get the dough imported from fucking Italy, or whatever.
when you have an oven like that, it makes you want to make it from scratch.
Exactly.
I just don't have time to do
that's exactly goes back to what Lindsay said. Time.
I mean, okay. So with that being said,
Right.
I might venture out to a boboli crust. It's boboli.
Boboli.
Heard those commercials, boboli. But I would venture, if I need something quick to cook in the pizza oven, I would venture. You know what? I found a recipe in my Pit Boss book for pizza on the smoker. I'm thinking about possibly making that.
We should definitely try it because I'm kind of interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's different when like this pizza oven is all it's stone. First of all, so like you're cooking it on a stone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then the whole so when you look at that link that I posted, if you look at the interior of where the wood and all that sort of stuff is, the whole is all heat stone. I forget the name of the exact stone, but yeah, that's what this little miniature version of what I have is.
Yep.
So the pizza sits on a pizza stone. And then
gives it a different flavor.
It does, and you can it's dual fuel, so you can run it with wood, and you can run it with propane. So they say to like start it with the propane, throw the wood in, get the wood going, and then kill the propane, and then that way you have like a true wood
burning coals.
Yeah, like true wood smoked pizza, and I'm like. That was really fucking good. And like based on the reviews and everything, I'm almost tempted to like pull it from Facebook Marketplace and just keep it. But I'm like, once again, how often? Hey, let's have a party and cook some pizzas.
Yeah, that's true. Well, not from scratch.
Yeah, let's have a pizza making party. No, that does not sound. No, let's call Domino's and have them fucking deliver it.
I ain't doing this.
And I ain't got to do no work.
I ain't cooking 5 pizzas. But you know what? With that being said, it is getting. About the 10 o'clock hour, sir.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
yep, it is.
You're right about winging it tonight. We did do a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, I told you.
And we did a good job of not completely talking about ourselves and including the audience. So that was I would give that a win to us too as well.
Hey, and Sherry, if you got the food hookup deals, like feel free to like let us know.
She said like $4.99 dive bar baskets. That also means you're diving to the toilet the next morning.
Yeah, like the next morning, your stomach and your body.
Bar burgers are not always. Sometimes they can be phenomenal, but they're not.
They taste amazing when you're drunk.
So do fucking Jack in the Box tacos. Like, what the fuck do you?
Thank you. That's my whole point. Everything tastes better when you're drunk.
Like,
you're like.
As Lindsay calls it, Jack, and she calls them cat food tacos because they look like pate cat food.
But
yes,
when you put the sauce on them, you open them up, you're like going, "Oh shit, I wish I wouldn't open."
When you're drunk, food hits different. Period. It just is what it is. And when you're other things, food hits different. But we're gonna say drunk. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to call it a night because we do have jobs, whether we're working from home or not tomorrow, and we got responsibilities like bills and stuff. And
yeah,
this is not our day job, as you can tell us. It's dark outside, but
it's our night job.
Thank you for hanging out with us for sure.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. and not 7:30 like tonight. Yeah, sorry, it was kind of a little bit of a cluster F with everything going on.
We just needed to relax for a minute, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. We need to relax, unwind. It's been a stressful week, and it's only Tuesday.
we still ended up 2.5 hours as normal, but
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, well, but we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening.
All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't liked, subscribed, do so now. Turn on your notifications. Go to Facebook. Go to LinkedIn. I don't even know why I said LinkedIn. Twitch. I mean, we're on LinkedIn too, which is ironic because we can't fucking broadcast on LinkedIn.
I don't know if that was a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But anyways,
everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Love you long time. And we will catch you next Tuesday. Not like COVID, like this motherfucker always says.
Catch you like COVID. And like a deaf kid playing musical chairs, we are out.
Later, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and we love you long time.